ride
Oh,
on our little mystery ship because you
All
never
right.
know who's going to be here.
gotcha. That's right. That's
When
true.
it comes to me, right?
That's true. And Adam's going to be in here soon. We'll back to another full house. 2 days in a row, full house.
The excitement in Jay's voice when he saw Troy today.
I didn't expect it.
Troy's here.
He's busy. He doesn't even text me back when he's like, "I have this to do Monday." I'm like, "Yeah,
He's
I
a
get
busy
it."
man. I heard him talking
I
about
guess
it.
the line.
He
was
sounded like
Tuesday.
Mr. Slave oh, Jesus Christ.
Troy.
It's a.
It's warm in here, though.
I know. I just said that. I turned it up. The heat, and now we need to turn it down.
Well, I'll do that.
I know. Yeah.
It's hot.
So it was.
You wear more layers, Jay.
Maybe that's it too.
Hey, I got shorts on too.
Which is weird. I mean, don't hit cool now or anything in the studio. You listen to ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us for local. You'd think I would be cold. I took the dog out for a walk today. It was cold outside.
Mine had to go to the vet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ear infection. Had to get some stuff.
COVID.
Yeah. Oh no, this is the one place I will wear a mask. If I can take my dog to the vet, I can walk inside with him. I'll put a mask on for that.
Gotcha.
Why?
Well, they just asked me to.
In the vet?
Yeah.
Were they afraid dogs didn't get COVID?
I guess.
Who knows? And then we always have that good insight. Yeah, that's dumb.
It is. Did
Interesting.
you vote today, gentlemen?
I'm going to vote on the school board, of course.
Yeah, we
then
didn't
more?
get a vote school board in my district. No one was up for the title.
Well, I think that because there's no one that's gonna come in and because everybody's already taken care of.
I don't know how it works.
Gotcha. I don't know. He'll be on it by.
I don't know
You'll
how-
be on it within 5 years.
No
You'll
way.
be running for it.
They
You're already
kick me-
president of the homeowner
They
association.
kicked me off that school board because I tell them how it is.
Uh-oh.
They wouldn't like it.
Well,
The
They
way
wouldn't
Adam,
like me.
Adam just walked in with his Monster or whatever energy drink that is, I thought he was like plugged into like a Walkman, like with his headphones, like he's carrying it like it's 1997.
Yeah, I was running late, so I'm like, well, I better be prepared.
He's his mic on though.
yeah, he does need his mic on.
There
yeah.
you go. There you go.
There we
Now
go.
we're all square
Now
in the
we're
world.
live.
See the
Yeah, we got
the
a full
mystery
house.
ship.
Yeah, we got a full house here. Good
Now it's
times
four
here.
fellas. Set sail from the San Francisco Bay.
Week 8 is in the books. The Chiefs survived.
They
Dear
got
God.
so lucky last
God.
night.
That had to be
they were
Jay
so
praying.
fortunate that guy barely neutral zone infracted
Yeah.
on that interception, which happened on like the 34-yard line.
Jay did a shot after that happened.
Wasn't
Oh
even
yeah,
worried
you're,
ever.
you're
I was
totally
not
losing your-
worried
You should
one
have been
bit.
worried. The Chiefs
Yeah.
stink.
I was not worried. Hey, that's why you That's why you get to be where you're at now after
What's
years
wrong
of
with the
losing
Chiefs? I know
Survivor.
we got Chiefs fans out there, and I know Leah's probably
Offensive
listening.
line
She can-
isn't working out. Defense isn't
terrible.
working out. I mean, come on. That's what it is, Pat. And Adam pointed out that what was the percentage, Adam?
So
that,
it was like before the Super Bowl, defenses were only dropping 7 back 70% of the time. And then after the Super Bowl this season, they are now dropping 7 back 86% of the time. When,
So they figured out Mahomes.
Yep, they said that they figured out Mahomes that when you're pressuring him, he's at his best. So if you watch teams, they're not blitzing as much. He's the least blitzed quarterback this year in the NFL.
I'm gonna put Tyreek Hill on the auction on the trading block.
I lost
I'll
my
trade you.
fantasy
I'll
game.
trade you him for Derrick Henry.
Really?
Yeah,
Sweet.
No fooling.
no fooling.
Yeah.
All yours, bud.
No takebacks. No takebacks.
I
You
lost.
better not be fooling me, man. You better not be lying to me, Harry.
I lost with Kelsey only getting me 3 points
Oh.
by 1 point in my Yahoo fantasy
Yeah,
league.
he had a big fumble.
Yeah.
Huge fumble. They, like I said, they figured him out a little bit. Maybe that's what it is. That O line, you're right. I think the biggest factor is that O line just can't. Even they're not blitzing him, but they're getting pressure on him because
Yeah.
the O line is not as good as it was.
Yeah.
I also feel like these guys just can't hang on to the ball.
No.
They have the
Clyde
every time I
Edwards.
look at the TV, I feel like they're fumbling or throwing an interception or
Yeah, I'd like to know where they're at on a turnover for the year.
turnover ranking in there.
They ain't gonna like it when Dallas comes to town.
They're not
in
on
a
the
few
positive
weeks.
side. I know that.
No, they can't be.
They're gonna get beat by Green Bay this week.
That's
And when
what
we
I
do
was
our
saying.
guest alliance, Jay, I'll be bold prediction for you. Green Bay should be favored.
That's what we all said yesterday. I'm pretty sure.
No, why not? But
Not.
well, don't
not.
you do your guest lines? We'll
Already
do it.
guessed it.
Okay, good.
I already got. I can't. It's
He
in
Did.
pen.
It's in pen.
I don't do mine in pencil like you.
Yeah. No, that's how I pick my favorite teams.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Who is it this week?
Well, it's definitely not the Burrows.
I was gonna say how did they lose to the Jets? That had to get
By
some
a
people
crap
out.
call.
Yeah.
Mike White.
Well, it's not just that though.
Mike White, Mike
Mike
effing
White.
White.
Mike White came in
That's what they're calling him in the team.
in Cincinnati, or they call him what?
No,
What are
the Jets, the
what-
team,
they
the
call him
players,
Mike
his teammates
effing
call him Mike effing White.
Okay, so how long is Zach Wilson out? And if he does again, which he won't, does Mike White
Mike effing White, Jay.
Mike Effin White continue to play for the Jets if
Why
he does
not?
this?
Why not?
Win football games.
It's a good thing they don't have to worry about this for another few weeks, though. Like, there's no controversy whatsoever. You know, this guy comes out and can't complete a pass on Thursday. It'd be no question.
Right. But you're in the New York media, so they're going to try to make it out to be everything you can.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's any controversy right now.
Which because
He's hurt. Nobody's going anywhere.
I swear to you, I spent majority of the morning talking about the schedules and everything else, the team, and I was like, man, I'm bringing in my piece of paper that's got it all down because of Survivor, and be like, this is the piece of paper, this is it, and I do not know where that piece of paper is. Every time I thought about today,
So you're in still?
I'm
How
still
many
in.
people
I'm
are
good.
in?
That's a great question, T-Roy.
I don't think there's very many left.
There
There
can't
is
be.
not.
There can't
and
be.
I
we-
finally did it. I did the countdown. There were 143 people entered into this competition.
Yeah.
After the Bengals lost, now they're down to 30 left. And I'm sitting pretty well.
As we said, after this week is when most of them are going to drop out.
Yeah, and there was a lot that took the Bengals. And there are tons that I've already taken the Bills.
Did you talk about Jameis Winston's injury thing yet? at
No,
all
we
yesterday?
talked. I mean, we
No.
talked about it, and we knew that what's going to
I
happen.
thought that was a BS call. They pulled him down by his sleeve. They tackled him. And the guy grabbed his sleeve,
the
and they
call.
called
Oh, yeah.
the
Yeah, that was the
horse
other
collar
call.
by the sleeve.
Sure.
That was the other call we
Listen,
were looking
unfortunate
for.
injury.
Yeah.
You don't want to see a guy lose his knee, but I mean, what do you mean you can't grab a guy by the sleeve and tackle him now?
And they called a horse collar.
I'm
Yeah, because
assuming
we
they
did.
just thought they saw a horse collar.
I know, but there's been some bad calls, but that's is
Bad
what
call-
it
it's
is.
every
NFL,
year.
yeah.
It's every
I mean,
year. It's in
NFL
every
is what
sport.
it,
There's bad
the,
calls.
The taunting penalty.
Well, CeeDee Lamb is just racking up
Yeah.
fines all over the place. There has got to be something along the lines of like,
What, he got called for one?
Yeah.
well, this is
Last
not,
week.
not
He's been
last
called
week,
for a
but
bunch of different
yeah,
things.
He's that was
Jersey
like
on tuck,
was-
not covering his legs.
he's been fined like
Perfect.
5 or 6 times this year already.
Yeah, he's the most fined person in the NFL. I'm pretty sure this year.
You got to get it straight there. You got to lock it down. This attitude.
When
This
does it?
guy.
When does it
about it.
become like you lose game time? You know, if you're not gonna ever.
Ah, hit your
No,
pocket.
they
That's
won't.
not
Ever
gonna
happen?
be it.
You got to beat a woman for that.
And then
Maybe.
That, add
Maybe.
that,
And then maybe.
We're going to have an
Maybe.
investigation first.
You got to
Yeah.
call the commissioner a derogative slur,
Yeah.
Um,
and then
yeah.
maybe
Well,
They,
that just depends what's going on that week, and then maybe.
the again the flag on the Bengals
junk.
that was
didn't see
the helmet.
that
helmet
one.
it,
That was
it would make you
ridiculous.
sick.
Well, I
It'd
mean,
make you sick.
I was watching, but I wasn't watching
Yeah.
in that exact moment, so I didn't get to see that one.
That being
I
said,
didn't see Derrick Henry even get hurt.
Neither did I.
broken foot is what it is. He had
Yeah,
surgery.
he's out for the year.
That sucks.
Um,
That's going to give you guys a chance on the high stakes now.
let's
Chance,
see.
not
So
chance.
he had carried the ball 28 times that game for just 68 yards. He was leading he still is leading the NFL in rushing with 937 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns. They did sign Adrian Peterson, but trade deadlines today. What is it?
Might as well
Do we know
sign
time?
this Adrian.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Come on,
Adrian Peterson
At
with
least that Adrian is
680
jogging.
yards last year for
Yeah.
Detroit.
The guy,
5 or 7
Mackay
touchdowns.
Sargent's on the
Yeah.
practice squad.
I'm guessing he'll be moved
Mackay
up.
Sargent had a very impressive
Preseason.
preseason.
Didn't he just have like a 1 touchdown or something like that?
I don't know. He looked good though.
Bring him up.
Did you just watch that one play that he's?
No, I watched a few different plays. I mean, he
just
looked good the game that he was in. So
What did I say yesterday? I was like, yeah, Julio Jones and Adrian Peterson. If it was 2013, it'd be really cool.
yeah, Julio Jones once again can't play.
Yeah.
That team's in trouble, and they went down in my power rankings.
Oh, yeah, I want to see those.
Who?
Tennessee.
They're leading the AFC right now. If it were to end, they would be the number, they'd be the number
right
one seed.
now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Well-
right now.
It is right now.
And they just lost the best player in the NFL. So right now they're not good, and they're not going to be good. All you have to do is shut down AJ Brown,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Uh huh.
Listen, they can figure out how to shut down
Drop
Patrick
7.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
They can figure out Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah,
All
that's
right?
not gonna be too hard.
Just saying. Just throwing something out there.
Well,
when you
that's-
don't have anything to worry about, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, you don't have to worry
I mean,
about the
think
play
about it.
action.
The Chiefs have no running game without Edwards-Helaire in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, definitely want to look at some of it because I do want to. I still want to keep talking about the look ahead as far as Survivor goes
But
because
they wish they had Kareem Hunt back.
I'm
And that
getting
was
to,
just a small kick.
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that point of looking at who the other 30 teams have left and starting to map it out for Survivor.
Well, we can do that.
Well, I mean, I'll look at it
Did
later.
you
We
guys
don't-
sign yesterday or no? You sure did, didn't you? Adrian beat you?
Nope.
If you want to go up against me this week, we can.
Oh, let's go. Why, you got perfect?
No, I didn't get
He
perfect.
was pretty good.
That's
That's
pretty good.
Well, let's go.
You want to do it quick before we go to break?
Do it right now.
He had a
Okay.
little cocktail in him though, so
Oh.
just to give you
That was not it. I
Yeah,
think I
come
did it
on
first
now.
break.
Come
We did
on
four
now.
Did someone bring
cocktails.
drinks
Oh,
yesterday?
Yeah, Skip brought in bourbon and wine, so it
Oh,
was
of course he
it was a
did.
cab, and then there was a.
I was
bourbon.
feeling pretty good when I left
Jay
here,
was just like
not gonna
bang,
lie.
bang, bang. After he takes a couple drinks, I was like, "What is this?"
All right, we'll
I
follow along
wasn't,
here.
I wasn't here to humiliate him.
Now lines could have changed overnight a little bit, but follow along for those out there. There are things we're going to talk about also as we catch up here, though. We're going to talk about Game 6 tonight, and we're going to discuss a couple of other things that I want to, because there were some questions out there on Facebook that got brought up that I thought was interesting, and another question that I wanted to ask you guys that I listened to on a podcast, and of course I caught up on episode 2 of The Rumor. So, it was all right. Usually might call in later when
The
we talk about
Rumor?
The Rumor. Yeah,
That's a show
No
podcast.
Oh man.
called The Rumor.
You don't know about the rumor yet?
You don't know about The Rumor?
Is this one of your
why
podcasts?
this is why we don't see each other.
Is
This
this one
isn't
with
one of my
green
television
screen?
shows. This is a podcast. No, it's not a green screen one. No.
Oh, all right. So
I
it's
would
not-
like to do a podcast about this podcast.
Is it your podcast?
No, it's not mine.
Oh, all right.
These two guys
Well, I never know what you're doing.
in August 14th, 1996. Everyone, is that right? 97?
97.
97. August 14th, 1997. The power was cut out at Camden Yards,
Okay.
and it kept the streak going for Cal Ripken.
On purpose?
Well, that's the rumor, because apparently when he was getting ready to go for that day to prepare to play, he decided that he needed to go home because he forgot something. And when he went home, he found his wife in bed with somebody.
Oh.
And that person was Kevin Costner.
And they weren't sleeping.
Wearing his,
Shut up.
And they were not. No, he didn't.
and he was
Yeah.
wearing his Bull Durham jersey.
And
All right, stop.
yeah, I'm dead
What if he
serious.
had like an
All right,
Orioles
you're
hat
not
on,
like-
like
so
Cal?
No,
he-
this is a true rumor. And these
So
people
Cal Ripken's wife was doing it with Kevin Costner.
Kelly, supposedly.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fields of Dreams.
Yes.
Yeah, Bull Durham,
Dances with
Crash
Wolves.
Davis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Believes Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone.
She wasn't
believes there
howling.
should be a constitutional amendment against AstroTurf and the designated hitter.
If I was him, I wouldn't mess with Kevin Costner, dude.
Believes
Kills people in that new show.
and long, slow, wet kisses that last 3 days.
Well, that's how he
That's
got
the
her.
guy. Yeah. He probably did recite it.
So they cut the power so he could beat up Kevin Costner?
He got into a fight, and it was a fight. One where
Joe
some-
Rogan's mad that he didn't get a chance to watch that fight. That's how good of a fight it was.
I mean,
supposedly
is Costner a big enough dude to fight?
no,
No
but is
way.
Ripken?
but he gave it to. Supposedly
Yeah,
gave it to him.
Cal
Called
Ripken's a
called
monster.
Baltimore and said either you got to do something. Called the Orioles and said you got to do something to delay the game, or I'm not coming in. And he was not there at batting practice or whatever else. And there was a guy. I just got done with it. They're like on
This
next
is a
episode.
pretty wild rumor.
It's actually
Everything's leading up.
it's actually like one that people know about. It's just not one around the Midwest that we know about.
Well, this should have been. This is not true. Come on.
Man,
This
everything
would've
everything
been
they're
out.
saying
That's
at the
okay.
podcast,
Do you know
it's close.
Everything I think about this, T. Roy, you can relate to this. Everything I think about this podcast, whenever it comes to the end, because it only comes out every Monday, and it's only episode 2, that it's going to come out to the rumor's not true, and that's the big letdown. You remember the podcast we did on Dapper Crap, S-Town?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, that guy went crazy because of Mercury.
Yeah.
And that was the final thing. Sorry for the spoiler on that, by the way. That's that everything I
I
think about.
haven't watched that. It's been 5 years.
But these people are going through like the loops to figure out like there was earlier in July. This is the next episode or whatever else in July. I don't want to go too far into this, but in July there was a call for because they went to police records. Was there any type of incident a call because of domestic violence or a fight or anything. Nope. Anything at the Cal Ripken residence, no. But in July, there was one about a prowler, and someone had jumped over the fence, and suspicious or in the police report, the name is whited out, and the license plate is whited out in the police report, but it's an Audi. And then if you go deep enough down, like Google Kevin Costner and Audi, there's like pictures of him sitting with an Audi and him shopping for Audis with his son, real father-son moment, blah, blah, blah.
Where does he live?
Yeah, okay, well, that's the other thing.
Yeah, he lives in California.
But he was filming. You can be filming.
He drove his California from
an Audi
from California all the way there to film.
German engineering.
Because that's what actors do. They drive cross country when they want to film.
No, he was filming. He was in location in North Carolina, not too far from there at the time.
But how would his personal car get to North Carolina from California?
Maybe he just really likes Audis. That's the thing. When he rents them or whatever else, he only takes Audis. I don't know. I'm not Kevin Costner, and I'm not the one doing all the thing else. So you're trying to debunk something that you haven't even heard. You just found out about 3 minutes ago.
This is too awesome to be true.
It's so great.
No.
Like, it starts in 1990 at the film premiere of Dances with Wolves in Washington, D.C. He has like all these like senators and athletes there for this film premiere or whatever, and Cal Ripken's there. And he even says, he calls into a radio station in the first episode, and they talk about, he's like, I've hung out with Kelly Ripken like a few times, but there's plenty of times that he's in a suite sitting next to Kelly Ripken at these games.
Yeah. Maybe that's a few times he's talking about.
No. It was like just a handful, like in passing, like, hi, Kelly, Kevin, blah, blah, blah. Like, all this is so weird, and it's so much fun.
He's trying to ruin this for you, Jay.
I know.
I'm not buying it. This would have came out. This is.
It was kind of the time where social media wasn't a thing, though. Like,
was it on?
Wasn't
Was
a big.
any of this on
TMZ?
back then? Yeah, they didn't have TMZ. It was Current
Hollywood
Affair.
Star, or Current
Affair. Any of that Current Affair? Well, oh, dude, what?
1997.
National Enquirer.
Kevin
Hey,
Costner's the hottest thing since
listen to me.
sliced bread at that time.
We are 1997. We are now the flu game, where we all thought he had the flu. Michael Jordan. Turns out that he just drank a lot of wine and smoked a lot of cigars or whatever else. And we called it the flu game for years, where we thought he was legally dead in that same year.
He said he was poisoned.
Yeah, food poisoning.
Walk off what he said.
He wasn't.
He had stomach flu.
No. Hung over is what they call it.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
In a hotel room.
I watched him at the end of the game. That wasn't a hungover class.
You can't sit there and say, like, we would all know this when we just found out about, like, food poisoning when it was before it was the
Probably
flu
started
game.
drinking again. Was drunk again.
Hold on,
Yeah,
that's the best quote.
flu.
That wasn't a hungover collapse.
Yeah, everybody with the flu. Everybody with the flu falls over
I
like
can
that.
tell you, there's no way he drank more than what I drank in California on Monday, October 18th, and I could have played a basketball game if I had to.
That's the best part.
And I wouldn't have. That wouldn't have been a hungover collapse.
Okay.
I know what that looks like.
Get ready to get beat down real fast.
You're getting beat down. Watch out, Kevin Costner. Over here.
Colts host
like Kevin Costner.
Colts host the Jets on Thursday night. What do you got?
Colts 6.5.
I have the Colts at -8.5.
What is it?
Colts -10.5.
Hasn't it gone up? Didn't it move more?
I might have. Did you write anything down yesterday? Did you write down the true line? Because I did not.
No, I did not write it.
I just got the scores over here.
How dare it go up on Mike F. and White?
Yeah.
That's disrespect.
Well, it shouldn't have.
I mean, did they watch Carson Wentz play?
No.
Throw that
they had
critical
to have.
interception
I'm
on
just
Sunday?
saying, Carson Wentz isn't very good either. All right, this is where I take my run.
I love it. Cleveland at Cincinnati.
What do you got?
Okay. I have the Bengals at -2.5.
I got a -3.5.
We'll split it. Is the Bengals -3.
Look at that. You're so good, aren't you?
I don't think Cleveland should start Baker Mayfield. I think they would have won with Case Keenum. The guy's like got Bell's palsy in the left side of his body.
Did that one move?
Case or
No,
Baker?
Baker. I'm just saying it.
Did that line move, Jay? Because you got a star on that one.
No, I did not get a star on that. What, did I? Yeah, then
Yeah.
it must have moved, yeah. Because I didn't even give the stars out that I got. Yeah, the line moved. Denver at the Dallas Coopers.
Dak starting, bud.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we do. I already saw it.
Denver at the Dallas Coopers.
What do you got?
At the time, I thought I was questionable about everything. I took Dallas -6.
It's Dallas by I got him 9.5, but it might be higher. They just traded Von Miller.
Von Miller's not Von Miller anymore. That's just a name.
Yeah. Dallas -10. You get that.
So I don't know. So I was listening this morning, and they're saying that a lot of these guys hold stuff back in their tank. So like maybe the last 2 years, you're thinking that because he wasn't given 110%.
He didn't play last year.
So
yeah, he didn't play last year, but he really hasn't been himself this year. I
But-
think he's in a better situation where he doesn't have to play as many snaps. I think he's going to be very effective for the Rams.
but look at
He's
the
going to
end.
be great for the Rams.
Yeah.
You know why? Because everybody has to pay attention to Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
That's what I say, because if you look at what J.J. Watt little lacquer atmosphere did for Arizona, compare that to
He's already done.
Well, yeah, but if you look at that run that Arizona went on, I think L.A. is looking at the same thing that a lot of
J.J.
people
Watt
are.
hurt for the year now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. All right, let's keep going.
So it's worth it, right? The 2 draft picks and only $700,000
I think so.
you got to pay him because
Yeah, why
Denver
not?
ate the other $9 million.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good call by LA. Even though they're never going to draft a. We're not going to in my lifetime.
They
I'll
don't
never
even
see the.
draft.
I'll never see the Rams make a draft pick the rest of the time. Houston at Miami.
Miami -8.
I have Miami -7, and it is Miami -6.5.
Whatever. You're only up 1, bud.
It's all right.
You're not jamming.
No, I'm not jamming. I'm not saying that. It's just fun. We'll just see what happens. If I lose, I'll just start throwing things around. Atlanta at the New Orleans Saints.
What do you got?
Well, I had the Saints favored. I went high on this one, and I said that yesterday. I think they added the hook because I thought the public would be better on them because beating Buccaneers. So I went New Orleans -7.5.
I only went -6.5.
That's 6. You get it.
Yeah, look at that. See?
Mm-hmm.
Here's where it's going to get fun.
Raiders at the Giants. Raiders off the bye week. Giants after on a short week, and they get to they almost took it to the Chiefs, but they don't. And Chiefs survive, in no pun intended, but it's intended.
I like the Raiders here. I took them -4.5.
I took the Raiders -3. Circle gets a star.
Who?
Me.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, maybe 1 star. That's fine. That was his only star.
New England,
he had
no.
3 stars.
New England at Carolina. This line has moved from yesterday.
I took New England -3.5.
So did I, and you would have got a star yesterday.
Well, what is it today?
4.
Oh, boy. Well, we tied then. What-
Buffalo at Jacksonville.
This is going to be huge. What do you got?
I have Buffalo -13 on the road.
I did 13.5.
Jeez, you're gonna get it. It's 14 now.
Is it really?
Yeah. 14.5. It's 14.5. Minnesota at Baltimore.
This one bothered me.
It should bother everybody because Minnesota. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of talking about him, to be honest with you. I can't wait till they fire that guy.
I just don't know what Baltimore is, right?
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't really know what Minnesota is either.
And I don't know what Cincinnati is either.
They had 1 game, Jay. Come on.
I know.
Football teams.
They sure are.
Good call, Adrian. It's that Muscatine education shining through right there, bud.
Well, I'm just not really doing anything
Yeah,
over
I
here.
know. I love it. That's what it is. I'm gonna
twiddle
come
my
in.
thumbs, waiting for you guys
No.
to have your pissing contest.
Just so you know, it's all tied up.
Yeah,
That's my
neat,
presence
cool.
with authority.
We got him tied in.
Get
just
it
get
in there
them-
more. Yeah, yeah.
All
You
right.
should have been here yesterday.
All right.
I couldn't.
What do you got?
Baltimore 5.5.
I went Baltimore -6. You get a star.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
Jay's just little by little getting angrier.
He is, isn't he? He's glad I wasn't here yesterday.
Yeah, no, that's not true. That's not true. All right. Chargers at Philadelphia.
See, another team. Like, how the hell did the Chargers all of a sudden look
Yeah,
terrible?
I asked that question
And
too.
I don't know what happened.
Defense.
Did somebody get hurt?
Yeah, they're losing guys slowly and quietly.
Oh,
That's
really?
What, yeah, that's what I was listening to
But they
this
still
morning.
have that Nick Bosa, right?
Yeah.
Or do they
Yeah.
have Joey?
They got Joey.
They have one of the Bosas.
They got Joey. Nick's
And
on
we have to
San
understand
Francisco.
it's first year coach as well, but it was. I mean, Mac Jones was not good in that game. He had the same amount of completions and attempts as Herbert. They just can't stop the run right now.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I still think they should be favored.
Okay.
I took a -2.5.
I took a -4. You're gonna get it. You're closer. It's -2. Everyone's all excited here.
Oh, I see that. I just had to do like a little laugh.
Yeah.
No, he's so funny.
All right, Green Bay,
So,
Kansas City.
I already told you what I had here.
What'd you have?
I had Green Bay -2.5.
I have Kansas City -2. I'm going to get it. It's actually -1.
-1 Kansas
What's that
City.
move too?
Yeah,
a
it
lot
did
of these
move.
have moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have.
Got to play it like it is.
Erickson on the T-Ray text thread. How on God's green earth is Kansas City favored?
I don't know. I have no idea because
No idea because
None.
Green Bay.
The John Whittick hangover.
If Green Bay plays the way I think they're gonna destroy Kansas City.
Cardinals at the San Francisco 49ers.
I did this the same. I did Arizona -2.5.
You are going to get a star. I went much higher, and I went -5.5. I'm done. I'm done with this show. Everybody out.
Come on!
I know.
Darn it, I'm
Take my-
sorry.
No. Tennessee Titans. This line probably
Wouldn't
has
have been-
changed a lot.
if you
Yesterday we had to look it up. No,
Yeah.
it stayed the same as yesterday, by the way, when I had to find it. Friends at Elite Sportsbook have now posted it. Rams hosting the Tennessee Titans. When I wrote this, I did not know about Derrick Henry out for the year, but no big deal.
Well, I mean,
You do. It's fine.
I
No.
I just did Rams -6.5.
I was 5.5. It's 7.5. You got that. And then the Bears and the Steelers.
This one was hard for me.
You know what? This is hard too because I really liked what I saw at Justin Fields, and
Yeah.
Man, they had a very they let an opportunity slip. Either way, it's going to be fun though. They have a quarterback in Chicago now, and if they ever get a good coach, watch out. But I still think Pittsburgh is loaded with talent, despite the fact that Big Ben is just
Still there.
he's old.
Yeah. You're so
I mean, Najee Harris is good. They have good receivers. The defense is decent.
Yeah. Najee Harris freaking leaped out of nowhere in that
love
game.
him. Pittsburgh 4.5.
I have Pittsburgh -6. It's in fact 6.5.
Look at you. See,
Look at me going on that.
finishing strong. See, I only beat you by 1 or 2.
That's all right.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I beat you by 2. See, you did good.
Oh, I'm just reading things on the Facebook comment thread.
Hey,
or
we did
whatever.
pretty good on the Manning Night Football, picking the picks.
You know what? I as much as
Who
I
did
had
they-
it
yeah,
in
I
the
listened.
background-
I was listening to you guys when you were talking
Who
about
was
it.
who was on before we go to break? Who was on?
Strahan was on.
Check.
And they really liked that because they were talking about the locker room and Super Bowl conversations they were having during the game.
Did they have Tiki on or Rondé?
That's the only one I know of. to be
All right,
honest
I'll
with
look it up at break. We do have to take a quick break here. ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us local. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Derek.
And this is Skip. We are the twins from Arbar Davenport
And you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
on ESPN 1170 AM.
Fall sports at Augustana College are putting a wrap on their seasons. Soon, we'll be moving inside the Carver Center and the brand new Anne Grieve Lund Natatorium. There you can cheer on Augie basketball, swimming and diving, men's volleyball, men's and women's wrestling, and women's water polo. Exciting non-conference and CCIW action is just on the horizon. Check complete athletic team schedules at augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
Join the Norma Leah virtual scavenger hunt. Every correct clue gets you in a drawing for great prizes. Check the Norma Leah Facebook page for clues to appear on Tuesdays and Fridays through December 14th. Visit the torso pictures and submit information on normaleah.org. Entries must be submitted by December 15th. What you don't know about ovarian cancer can kill you. The Norma Leah Initiative is taking the silence out of ovarian cancer. Join the conversation. Participate in the virtual scavenger hunt at normaleah.org.
You know when you order a new video game, or a golf club, or a blender, and then it arrives at your door, you get a little thrill. Imagine how much more thrilling it is when you order a new car. With Nissan at home, you can shop for the perfect ride and order it without ever having to go anywhere. Sure beats a golf club or a blender. Buy a new car entirely online with Nissan at home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway. Thrill starts here. Services may vary at participating dealers, subject to applicable law. See dealer for details.
Hey team, we landed the contract!
Kayo's web design studio just landed the gig of a lifetime.
It starts next week?
Their staff needs to double before the dream deal becomes a nightmare.
I need front end, back end, a project manager.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You get a car, and you get a car. Would you like a car? Well, you get one. We all get cars.
Honey! It's 5 a.m. You just woke up the kids, and likely the neighbors.
Whoops. Sorry, got carried away again. Have you seen the savings this month since we switched insurance?
Jorgensen Insurance. Savings worth singing about. Go on, belt out how much you've saved with us since you've switched. Visit jorgenseninsurance.com.
Hey Quad Cities, this is Kim from Berry Global, a Fortune 400 packaging company. I have some exciting news. We are hiring technical and entry-level employees at our injection molding facility right here in Bettendorf. Berry offers an impressive benefits package which includes medical, dental, vision, 401k match, company-paid life and disability insurances, along with competitive wages and profit-sharing bonus. If being a part of an awesome team interests you, visit berryglobal.com to apply. That is BERRY global.com. Still looking for more information about Berry? Just say, Alexa, tell me about Berry Global.
I'm Omar Reese with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Patrick Mahomes threw for 275 yards and a touchdown as the Chiefs, who had to overcome 2 turnovers and 12 penalties, beat the Giants 20-17 on Monday night. Elsewhere, the Broncos have agreed to trade Von Miller to the Rams. LA sending a second and third round pick in return for the 8-time Pro Bowl linebacker. NFL rushing leader Derrick Henry will have surgery on his injured right foot. Head coach Mike Vrabel didn't offer a timeline for a return, but did say there's absolutely a chance Henry plays again this season. The Titans signed Adrian Peterson to the practice squad. Sean Payton confirming that Jameis Winston tore the ACL in his left knee. Payton declined to name Taysom Hill or Trevor Siemian the starter, but insisted the team won't bring in a new quarterback. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Want to learn a new language so it will actually stick? Try Babbel. Practice real-life conversations in the Babbel app.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Get personalized help in Babbel's live online classes.
Classes are limited to 6 people, so everyone can get the help they need.
Review words and phrases with fun games, or dive into the culture with short videos. Whatever your learning style, Babbel gives you the tools you need. Babbel, more ways to learn. Now try Babbel free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Wait a minute. I've heard that before. That's the note Jeremy wrote to me in my yearbook in the 6th grade. How'd you even know that?
Because it's from Geico.
Yeah, wait, here it is. Dear Luke, have a great summer. P.S. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. Love, Jeremy.
Geico's had this tagline for years, because we help save people money.
So wait, you're saying Jeremy copied you? Yeah, that actually does sound like something the J-Man would do.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Before you make that bet, know everything you can about all the games this weekend. Your sports leader has you covered. ESPN 1170 AM.
Welcome back to the show. Thanks for tuning in to Don't Hassle Us or Local here on AM 1170.
All right. Well, we were talking about the Manning cast, and we don't call it that. We talked about Manning Night Football, and we were checking to see how we did on who the guests were going to be. They call it the Manning cast.
Yeah, Manning cast makes no sense.
Get a hold of some of the lawyers, and we got to trademark this to you, Ray. So the guest list was Jon Stewart, Michael Strahan, Josh Allen, Michael Irvin. I don't know where Michael Irvin comes from.
Yeah.
Didn't have anybody
Cowboy
else.
Michael Irvin?
Yeah.
Maybe didn't have anybody else.
I don't know where Josh Allen comes from.
Oh.
John Stewart.
How we just
New
get
York
him on?
native, New York guy.
Okay.
What game did they do? I don't know.
But Adrian pointed out what we talked about last week, and that's the Manning curse.
Everybody's lost.
Everyone's lost that has come on the next week.
Russell Wilson, Travis Kelce, Gronkowski, Matt Stafford, Tom Brady.
That's a long list of talent.
Josh Allen, next man up.
That's against Jacksonville, though.
I say it breaks there.
Yeah.
The curse breaks there.
And there won't be one for the next week because they're taking next week off.
But is there an accident that happens?
Does someone turn out the power?
What's
on Josh Allen?
Because he was at home checking his...
With John Stewart.
I can take the Bills in Week 10 against the Jets if I decide to believe in the Manning night football curse.
Well, who else would you take this week then?
Let's talk through it here.
Take the Colts.
Huh?
Why wouldn't you take the Colts?
Because it's Carson Wentz.
Get it over with.
And it's Matt.
It's Mike effing White.
Now he's calling him effing White.
I don't know. No, they got that white. They got that white quarterback. That seems to be good.
That White be great. We're totally gonna get kicked off.
I said you can't do that.
You take the Dolphins.
What?
What other one other than the Buffalo or Indy game is for sure? Since he's not for sure, Dallas you would assume is probably for sure.
Maybe the Steelers.
No.
No, God, no. I'd stay away from that game.
I know.
Have you taken the Rams already?
Yes, I have.
Okay. You haven't taken Dallas yet, have you?
No, I was saving them for Week 12 against the Raiders, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because Week 12 is brutal.
Yeah, that's where we said that's where the line.
So if I can survive through
You're
week
saving
12,
Dallas versus the Raiders?
yeah, if I can survive through that and still survive 30 other people, I'm looking at Dallas in Week 12. To be honest with you,
Listen, Miami's a home team. It's not a divisional rival. They're favored by 6.5. Houston's terrible. Miami's
Houston put
not
up
that
points.
bad though. Yeah, but they're not that bad.
it's a must-win for Flores.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
believe so.
I'm gonna think about that one.
Have you
Not
used
that
the Packers yet?
I have not used the Packers yet.
That's still one you can't say for sure.
I was saving them for like Detroit. But that's not until they've already beat them once. So that's not until week 17. So if I look ahead to the Packers, okay? I'm not doing the Kansas City thing. Who knows? Seattle at home. I think I was looking at them at week 10 kind of like I still am mad about the
What other
referee
week
game.
are you going to take the Colts though?
There's 30 teams left, and there's in the lot they've taken the majority of teams that are favored by a lot. I think by week 12, it's going to come down to do the three of you want to keep going, or if I survive, or do you three of you want to split the pot type of thing. It's going to start getting to negotiation time.
Split the pot.
Now,
Do you let it ride, Jay?
Send it.
It really depends on who they have left. And by the way, one more story about the gambling. It does have to do with the Packers. And this was, T-Roy, do you remember this? When I had a buddy who was in on a very, very serious pot. And
Huge.
this is not...
Talking tens of thousands of dollars.
Holy smokes.
And
we told him to take the
And he was down to split. And I think it was 3 of them. And when I say how it was, 4 of them had to go in on the entry fee.
Holy smokes.
So... And one guy wasted time at work, broke it all down, and was like, here's the teams that we're going to take, and they had it mapped out. And they had the Packers game where they shouldn't have lost, and so I think this was 2018, I believe, and it was like a field goal situation that they missed. And, I mean, Mike McCarthy didn't get fired that week. He got fired the very next week after. Like, he totally mismanaged that game, and he had the opportunity to split it. And we were talking to him, I think we had him on the air. Yeah. And we're like, split it. And he's like, well, we're talking about it, and they didn't.
Oh, no.
And he could, he's actually probably at home now. He could tell us play-by-play of that game. So
I think it was 19.
Was it 19? Yeah. Might have been, yeah. So, yeah.
Well, no, it couldn't have been 19.
No, because he took a year off to get good at math, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was 2018.
Unless it wasn't McCarthy coaching.
McCarthy was coaching. Because, it was like the week after he got fired. Erickson could tell you what that game was. I can't know it off the top of my head. So I do have to look at it. the streak's got to be broken. And
Buffalo. You pick Buffalo.
It's
here.
Buffalo, but the only other option, if you look at Week 10, though, Buffalo's at New York Jets, but you don't like divisional games, and at New York, and they've beaten some good teams. So might as well just pick on Jacksonville this week and kind of stick with my guns.
So when are you going with Indy then? Just looking at the remainder of the schedule
with them. Week 10 at home against Jacksonville. Then I take the Colts, right?
Yeah.
That's when you do it.
It's not like you have to take the Colts, though.
No, you don't have to, because like I said, there's still Green Bay out there. So there's still some. I don't know if I've taken the Cardinals yet. I'd have to look at it. The teams I've taken are not ones that you would know. Like I already took the Bengals. I took the Browns. There's a lot of I took some teams earlier that weren't going to be that they were high favored, but the ones that are out there now, and now you're like, you don't know if the Browns are what they're going to do. You don't know what the Bengals are going to do, and those teams are going to have to pick it. But there's tons that have taken the Bills, and Bills are going to be off the table for them this week. There are tons that have taken. I think the Rams. A lot of people have the Rams. I don't know why they were out on that are still in for them to pick. And I haven't taken the Buccaneers yet either. And they've got some games coming up. They've got the Giants at home in Week 11. And I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Tom Brady against the Giants, but Danny Dimes isn't going to beat him. So that's where it's looking at for me. Buccaneers in Week 11, if I can survive it. Cowboys Week 12. And then we'll let it play out from there. I don't know. That's a long time. Survivor pick. And as of last week, I mean, survivor picks are generally where they're at. They're in the single digit percentile now. So, but T-Roy,
yeah,
good job by Cooper Rush throwing to Amari Cooper, and now you don't have to make good on the bet to Eddie.
Oh yeah,
he called in and talked to us about it.
Yeah, they all owe me. What did he say the bet was?
You had to, when you guys have your family, you have to stand up and say like, Eddie's the smartest person you know, and the Cowboys are in the Vikings.
Shelly has said that to both of us.
Oh, gotcha.
She's a Carolina Panther fan.
Oh.
Yeah, that's this Saturday.
So yeah, so you don't have to do that.
Are you still back in the Dak doesn't get injured thing?
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay, seems weird because he's injured, missing football games.
Don't you think you you'll hold on to him for a little bit though?
You know who doesn't miss football games? Kyler Murray.
He's going to.
Oh, he's going to. He just got broke.
Yeah,
he got broke at the end of the last game. Yeah.
He's going to. All right.
We'll see how good Kyler Murray looks at the end of the year.
Okay, with the injury and the win by Cooper Rush, honestly, should knock Dak Prescott out of the MVP consideration, but he should still win Comeback Player of the Year.
I agree with that.
They just won. They won with Cooper Rush against Minnesota in Minnesota. Their weapons are that good.
How does that knock him out of MVP consideration?
Because the most valuable player is someone, if you don't have them, like they can't win without you.
I disagree.
MVP's going to stay on the field too.
Aaron Rodgers is still at plus 900.
Knock it off right now.
Aaron Rodgers is plus 900.
You don't even know what MVP. I'll just spell MVP.
Aaron Rodgers plus 900 right now for no reason whatsoever. He should be much higher. Look at what he did. Without his
I'm not
number one
saying
receiver.
Rodgers is that, but you can't tell me that missing one game knocks him out of consideration.
Josh Allen at plus 250, Tom Brady at plus 400, Kyler Murray at plus 500, Matthew Stafford at plus 600, Dak Prescott plus 650, and then Aaron Rodgers at plus 900.
So he's not out of the consideration.
Dak is not. I'm just saying if we were going to invest money in it right now, who would you say is going to win it? Josh Allen, Tom Brady, Kyler Murray, Matt Stafford, Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's still wide open. Right? I don't think nobody looks like they're the cream of the crop right now.
I think Rodgers really has kind of pulled himself away a little bit with that win in Arizona, especially without two of his top receivers.
Yeah, that's a show me now.
Losing his tight end. I'm not sure if that was in the middle
Yeah,
of
we're
the
only
second half.
through week 8. It's not.
I don't necessarily think that was all him, though. I mean, he had a good game, but it wasn't great.
Made big plays.
I mean, the defense did a good job of slowing down Kyler Murray.
Matt Stafford, I think, is a good argument right there with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I just didn't know.
I mean, it would have been probably Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that would have been the person I would say, but he's.
That's definitely out the window.
Broken foot. It's not,
Right. I don't know. I would say MVP is going to be a tough one.
I think
it might end up going to Rodgers, though. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, he just.
I think you're right. It's way too early to decide that.
I can't. I mean,
because Aaron Rodgers, he's going to have a letdown game here, and it's going to be how he bounces back.
A year ago, 2 years ago, you're talking to the Lamar Jackson. People were standing out at that point.
Okay, hear me out real quick. At Kansas City, this is Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
They have one loss. Then they have Seattle at home.
That should be a victory.
They're at Minnesota.
Should be a victory. That'll be tough, though. I mean,
home against the Rams.
Oof, that's going to be fun to watch.
It'll be a good game.
Bye in Week 13. Home against the Bears.
Win.
At Baltimore.
That's going to be tough.
Home against Cleveland.
They should win. Home
against Minnesota.
Should win.
So maybe 2 more losses. Maybe. We're looking at maybe the Rams. Maybe a slip up at Kansas City. Maybe.
Maybe
Baltimore. At the worst, 4 losses.
Yeah.
13-4, and I think that's probably where we had him anyway.
I can't remember. I have the sheet somewhere, but
Josh Allen. Here's what the Bills are looking at. And the Bills have 1 loss too, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
No,
just to Pittsburgh week 1.
No, the Bills have more than 1 loss, right?
Who else did they lose? Tennessee? They have 2
Yeah,
losses?
Bill
Did they lose to
has-
the Colts?
Yeah, they have 2 losses.
Okay.
Steelers and
And- Lost to the
Colts,
Titans.
didn't
The Titans.
Yeah,
they lost
Titans
to
week 6. So at Jacksonville.
Who's
at
this?
the Jets. This is the Bills.
All right.
Then they're home against the Colts. It should be a win. At New Orleans. That's a tough place to play.
It's a Thursday night game, too.
Okay. Home against New England.
New England can hang with anybody.
New England can. At Tampa Bay. A possible Super Bowl preview. Home against Carolina. At New England again. Home against Atlanta. Then home against the Jets. So the circled game is probably at New Orleans. The 2 against New England and 1 Tampa Bay. So if things go sideways there, that's 4 more losses. That's 6 losses.
For Buffalo?
Yeah. And that moves, probably we should move him out.
I
And
had
that-
Green Bay at 15-2, by the way.
Okay. Dallas.
All right.
Dallas has Denver at home this week.
Victory.
It'll be a victory for Denver if they leave Vic Fangio in Denver too. Dallas. Then home against Atlanta.
Victory.
At Kansas City.
Victory.
Question mark, but more than likely.
Question mark. I know.
Home against the Raiders.
Victory.
At New Orleans.
Could be a tough game, but I'll give them a victory.
Wait a minute. Where are we
That
at
could
here?
be a question.
How do you guys get 2 Thursday night games in a row?
Well, one's a Thanksgiving game.
Oh, that's right.
And is that the
Yep.
Raiders game or is that the Kansas City?
That's the Raiders
That's
game.
the Raiders game.
I hate that game. I hate the Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
do
T.
you
Roy,
mean?
what is their record? I know they wasn't it the Bills last year or 2 years ago when they were doing and Cole Beasley was dumb against them.
I don't know.
I think it was 2 years ago. I remember
That
where
was-
it was.
That was 2 years ago.
Wasn't it Josh Allen's coming out party a little bit too?
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to look at the record in
They win a lot of them.
the Dak Prescott
Well, they play
era
all of them.
on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a lot of them. They win a lot.
That scares me. That's all. All right. Anyway, at New Orleans, Week 13.
I would say question mark, but probably victory.
At Washington should be a win.
Yes.
At the Giants should be a win.
Yes.
Now, have they started
Win
to sit people?
Now, it's a great. What do you do here? I'm asking you, not.
So right now,
I'm not asking-
they possibly have 2 more losses. We gave them Kansas City question mark and New Orleans question mark.
Okay. And we need to keep our eye on Green Bay. We need to keep our eye on Tampa Bay. And we have no idea what fat Jason Garrett's going to do for the Cowboys. What
Well,
do
that's what I'm
you
saying.
do in this situation here? Do you start sitting to
You
prepare
play
for the
for home
playoffs?
field
Or
advantage.
do you play for the 1 seed?
You play for the 1 seed, right?
I would,
All right.
yeah, I would hope so, but it's fat Jason Garrett. He's going to
Yeah.
do his analytics.
He's gonna look at his 2 computer screens.
Me too.
And tell everybody, don't look at my search history, though.
Yeah.
No, neither one of these computer screens. Yeah.
Or look at my emails.
Yeah, been working- yeah.
Tramps with stamps.com.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Fat Jason Garrett, what are you doing over here?
Okay. So what we're at there is Washington at home, Arizona at home, who could be fighting for a position.
They're
to
playing
either
Arizona at Dallas?
Yes,
yeah, that's
sir.
a question mark. That could be tough.
And then at Philadelphia.
They should win. So they have 3 possible losses. So I had them at 13-4. So if they lose those 3, then I'm exactly right.
They win the division.
But I mean, the way their defense is operating, listen, we know this. Minnesota may not be great, but they have weapons.
Zimmer's going to be coaching for his job.
But Dallas shut down Minnesota. In Minnesota. Dalvin Cook's really good. Justin Jefferson's really good. Not a whole lot. Adam Thielen was basically the only thing that worked there. If the defense stays healthy and keeps playing like this, they can win these games. But Green Bay is... If Green Bay has the home field advantage, it's going to be tough to go
through Green Bay.
To go and win at Green Bay. Obviously, everybody's pretty lucky right now with Tampa Bay, quote unquote, losing a few here. But at the same time, they didn't need home field advantage to win the Super Bowl.
Sure didn't.
So
that's a good point.
Tampa Bay wants to get there.
Don't you feel? Yeah, Tampa Bay's just like, we just get to the playoffs and we're going to be fine.
Kind of what he was.
They just want to get there healthy.
In New England. Little Packers released former Cowboys Jalen Smith.
Yeah,
released him today.
So did Dallas.
Yeah, yeah. Only played 27 snaps with him in 2 games.
Cowboys offense, and you guys have only played 7 games. Keep this in mind.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are 4th in the NFC as far as points scored. All the teams ahead of you have played 8 games. And with the 7 games, you guys would be, if you're in the AFC, and they've only played 7 also, the Bills, you guys would be 2nd in points forced, 3rd, only by a few points. So you guys can score. There's no doubt about that. Points allowed is also important. Your plus differential is plus 63, which is 4th highest also in the NFC. So that's the only thing. The question is if they just start to sit and Green Bay is locked up to 1, and you're like the divisions. The division will be locked probably by 15 or 16 for the Cowboys. The division is just a.
Everybody thought that Washington was going to be this, team that was going to be watching and whatever else, and they're not good.
Yeah.
The Giants might be better than what we thought.
Well, I guess we'll have to see. I don't know. Now you're coming around on Danny Dimes after I'd given up on him?
No, it's just they're playing with grit, man. They could have won that game last night. They're not horrible as I thought, but think about how much they're missing too. They're missing everyone.
All right, let's take a quick break here. ESPN 1170 AM. Don't Hassle Us Local. When we come back, let's take a look at Game 6 tonight and Major League Baseball World Series because I'm excited about Game 6.
We gotta get choice power rankings too.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do that after we look at Game 6.
Yay!
But we'll be right back here. ESPN 1170 AM. Don't Hassle Us for Local.
This is Coach AC Euro. Don't hassle us. We're local.
Hey, do you have time to go to Vegas with me?
Time? Yes. Extra money to pay for the flights? No.
No, not Vegas. I'm talking about Vegas, right here in the Quad Cities.
I've never heard about Vegas. Tell me more.
Oh, they're safe and secure gaming cafes with 6 locations.
Well, what kind of games do they have there? And they've got beer, right?
They have the latest games provided by Gem. And yes, beer.
Sounds like I'm going to save on flights, have fun, and win big.
To find out more about their locations and hours, they're open. Visit VegasGamingCafeIL.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So your headlights are getting dim? With the seasons changing, now's a great time to change them. Upgrading your headlights can ensure you'll be safe and ready to handle darkness and fog. Oh, and we recommend replacing in pairs. That way you won't have uneven lighting over time. You can get all of your lighting needs fast with our next day delivery and free same-day store pickup. Getting the job done just got easier.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions and details at AutoZone.com.
Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Max Kellerman.
Sam Darnold, to me, may be a great 4A quarterback. I don't know that he'll be a great NFL quarterback. I thought when he got drafted, he had a chance to be a good one, but what I've seen is not that. I know he checks a lot of boxes, but does he check them at a high enough level? I've seen Zach Wilson do things where you go, That's a little differently talented.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Mornings on the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Dell Technologies' biggest business sale of the year has arrived. Step up your vision with top tech up to 45% off during their early access Black Friday event. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Plus, get incredible savings on Windows 11 PCs, along with servers, monitors, and docks, all with free shipping. There's also special financing with Dell Business Credit. Get started by contacting your Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Max Kellerman.
Eli Manning, what are you expecting from the Giants quarterback this year?
I think he will be able to take that step forward just because the fact that it is his second year. I've seen firsthand just how hard Daniel works. I know how important it is to him for him to be a successful player. I know he knows this year is a big year for him, but that's not going to put pressure on him. It's going to make him excel and do better.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Mornings on the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Hey, Cyclone fans, this is Chris Williams from CycloneFanatic.com. One thing I've learned over the years is that Iowa State fans stick together. When you're tailgating, you want in your glass a drink that loves the Cyclones as much as you do. You should try Mississippi River Distilling Company in LeClaire. It's owned by Cyclones, and the spirits you drink are made from grain from local farmers. Try the Cody Road Bourbon or the Iowa's Cream Liqueur at your next tailgate. And stop by LeClaire for a tasting and a cocktail. Go Cyclones.
Canty and Golick Jr.
I, for one, am shocked by the headlines coming out of Philadelphia. Ben Simmons now openly saying he doesn't want to be part of the team before reporting to training camp. I mean, can they just get this over with already? Like, Ben Simmons is going to have this cycle go on long enough for him to be able to claim that you can't fire me, I quit.
Canty and Golick Jr., 2 till 6 on the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, over-designed, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry's starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 5510 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 5510. Enjoy.
Every touchdown, every turnover. We're talking about them right here. This is your home for the NFL. This is the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody, we're back. Adrian Bird, Adam T-Roy.
That's right. Just about to reach the second hour. I want to remind everybody to join Arbar's Text Club. Text Arbar to 1-833-302-2216. Visit textarbar.com to sign up. Also, you exclusive offers and updates. You will receive exclusive offers and updates sent straight to your phone. Also, event announcements, new recipes, content, contests, giveaways. They're going to have Sunday night. They're going to have the premiere Yellowstone. Skip was in yesterday. We are drinking some bourbon that they're going to have on special. There's a wine, and also live music every Tuesday night, 6:30 to 9:30. Brian Scow will be there as well.
Man, I must be missing something in that Yellowstone because I started asking people about it yesterday. Just as I ran into people, and like, "Oh my God, it's the greatest show! What do you mean you haven't watched it?" I'm like,
everybody says it's great.
Which one?
Yellowstone.
Yeah,
You got
I'm reluctant to pay for another GD streaming service. Is that right, fellas? What?
No,
I mean,
no, that's all good.
Adrian, how many do you have?
What?
Streaming services.
That he pays for, or I give him my password for?
I never got on. I still can't get on.
You still can't?
But they make you send a text and all that. They're learning how to get around that crap.
It was a week ago, and I was like,
you
I
gotta do
put
it
my
either
phone
on.
down.
You either have to do it on the phone together, or
we gotta figure out
We gotta do it
time.
the phone together. We'll FaceTime.
Watch or listen to the show, going all these ding dongs. We're gonna find out their
And then I
IP
felt like I was
address.
bothering you because we had to like do it twice. It's like you didn't respond early. I'm like, oh, now I feel like I'm just.
No, you
annoying
were bothering me.
him.
I just didn't have my. I put my phone on the side.
He was in the sauna at the club doing something.
Oh, a little bit
after a pickleball match.
doing his crossword.
Yeah.
So right now we got
my blue
we
plate
got
special.
the Disney,
Yeah.
the Disney
Yep.
which gives us
Got it.
Hulu, but I don't worry about the ESPN.
Right.
So I got Disney. I borrowed somebody's Apple.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
No. Netflix.
Netflix.
Prime.
Yep.
And then I use YouTube TV.
Yep.
And then on that YouTube TV, I signed in HBO Max
I got HBO Max,
and Showtime.
Hulu. I got Peacock.
Well, I got Hulu too. Okay.
But Peacock, that's where you get the Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I have Hulu.
But can you get Yellowstone? Didn't he say it was on Paramount TV?
Yeah,
And
Paramount
to
TV
get
too.
the new episodes, you have to have it on Paramount. You have to buy
really?
Paramount TV. Yeah.
Paramount too.
Because I tried to do that through the Hulu or whatever, and it won't let me do it. And it's a nightmare.
I don't know. I heard it's like billions, but for like Cowboys or something.
And that's why I got Showtime, is so I could have billions back. And now I had it for like 5 episodes, and that was it. So I need to just cancel Showtime. But
Here, so we're gonna switch gears here a little bit.
Sure.
Did you hear about Henry Ruggs III overnight?
no.
What did he do?
He was had a DUI, and the person in their car died. He was in an accident that just came out.
Holy cow.
November 2nd, approximately 3:39 a.m. Las Vegas police responded to a traffic collision. They got there in the Toyota, and there was a Chevrolet Corvette and a Toyota RAV4. The Toyota was on fire. They responded to the person inside, and he was deceased. Ruggs remained on scene and showed signs of impairment, and he was transferred to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Henry Ruggs III.
Well, he'll be out indefinitely.
He won't play another game this year.
No, he
Play
should
another game
not.
ever.
Might not. Ugh,
Terrible.
that is terrible. Don't like to hear that. Yeah. All right. Game 6 is tonight. Oh, first things first.
Power rankings?
5-year anniversary. We'll get to that second half of the second hour.
Happy Chicago Cubs Day, everybody.
That's right.
I should have started the show with it. I really should have.
5 years ago today, the Cubs won Game 7 of the 2016 World Series. And the 100 years of heartbreak.
And they needed a rain delay to do it.
Yep. 17-minute rain delay after the ninth inning of Game 7. So, let's see. This is the recap here, how it happened. Chicago fought back from a 3-1 series deficit to force Game 7 in Cleveland, where he took a 6-3 lead into the 8th inning. Chapman came in for the 4-out save. Instead, he allowed a double and a game-tying homer to Rajai Davis. That was just the third home run he gave up all season. Then there was the rain delay, and the Cubs scored 2 runs in the 10th and held off one last Indians rally to win their first title since 1908. 5 years ago today, I purposely did not open up my Facebook memories or anything like that, and I'm sure people are sharing them all over. It's something I still don't understand to this day, because Cub fans still the next year were like, if we repeat, we do. We don't. It doesn't matter. I got one.
I didn't feel like that.
I didn't feel like that.
There's a lot. And then the next year,
I
it
got
was
so
kinda
mad that I gave up on it.
I think that was just the fans that came on board when everything was going good.
the ones that are sharing their memory today to be like, oh, my grandpa took me to my first game. But they sorry.
Childhood memory that someone's like,
But it really isn't a memory. Like they don't know who's on the team. They just wanted to post on there how great it was. Bunch of pink hats type of thing.
Don't go to baseball games with your grandpa.
No, I'm just saying the pink hat. Those are the ones that are sharing it
from
today.
Jay Foster.
That's not it. The ones that don't care if they won the next year or whatever else. You know, Boston didn't break the curse and be like, oh, we got one. All good.
Well, then they don't talk about like, hey, remember when we were at JFK's
They
assassination?
didn't trade away all their players from the first one either.
I was there with my grandpa.
So
they had Big
tonight,
Papi?
first pitch will be at 7:09. How much are you paying attention to Game 6 tonight?
Fully invested.
What's tonight?
It's a Tuesday. You don't have Bags League.
Yeah, I'll probably have it on the background after Wheel, though.
Well, that would be after Wheel, 7:09 first pitch. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Right after the wheel. I'll watch every pitch.
Yep. Does the game ending times bother you at all?
No.
It really doesn't,
I
and
can't
it shouldn't.
fall asleep before 12:30 anyway.
I'll take a nap in the middle.
Everybody always talk about how games are longer. They did it. I think it was ESPN. It was ESPN did a nice breakdown of this. Although these are kind of late. So game 1 and 5 both stopped at 11:15 our time. In between 10:20, 11:33, and 10:20, 10:33, 10:54. It's not that much different than what has been going on for the past 4 decades, to be honest with you. The average time in the 20s, and we have 2 years going on off of this, or 1 year, 10:46 our time. In the 2010s, 10:43. In the 2000s, 10:54. In the 90s, 10:29. So although they're longer times than everything else, and you think with advertising and everything going on and the pitching change everyone complain about, it's pretty much consistent to what we're used to. In the 1980s, it was 9:26 they were done. In the 1970s, last pitch, 6:57.
Well, they had to get back home for Dallas.
Yeah. In 1960s,
Well, that was more the 80s.
That was the 80s, yeah.
3:18 p.m. A lot of places with lights. They had day games or whatever else. It's interesting, though. So, no, I don't really have a problem with the late games or anything like that. We said yesterday, game 6,
How drunk do you think they got?
Huh?
With a 3:18 end time? The winner of the World Series, how drunk do you think they got all day?
Just have happy hour right after. Just go right into it. Sure, go celebrate.
That's why the Babe and the Mick were such alkies.
Yeah.
Didn't have lights.
Get
Later
done.
in the day, party.
Hey,
Games
we
weren't until around noon.
And
right?
you know they ain't paying for a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had every day to sleep it off until like 11:30, you're fine.
So,
I'm saying.
the Braves. So we said yesterday, Braves win. Obviously, they win the whole thing.
Yep.
If they lose, their back is against the wall because the winner of Game 6 usually goes on to win 69% of the time.
It works every time.
That's right. 69% of the time, every time.
Nice.
That's nice. What are...
Someone's calling.
Oh, all right. Take it away.
Thanks for calling in. Who do we have on the line?
This is Ivana Tinkle.
This is still going.
He wants to what?
He wants to what? Caller is Ivana Tinkle.
And we gotta
you gotta go pee?
Ivana Tinkle's on the line. Yeah.
All right, go pee.
Here's the bottle.
What's up, bud?
Can we listen?
No.
Oh.
What's up, buddy?
Not much.
Not much.
Is that illegal?
What do we got tonight?
Not much. Just getting pumped up for the game tonight. I'm not sure. I think I like Atlanta just because of Fried. But the Astros surviving, not hitting the ball for 2 straight games in Atlanta, I don't know, maybe they'll be ready to go again. So I'm not sure. I mean, both bullpens just got to be completely dead at this rate.
Well, you've got and then, they could not say enough about Dusty Baker the other night about him changing the lineup around, moving Bregman down to, I think, 7 or 8, and that's the first time he has batted that low since 2017 when they won the World Series. I don't know. Again, I can't handle Dusty Baker. 1 minute he's got a toothpick in, the next minute he's got a mask on. None of that
Why
makes
does he
sense to me.
wear surgical gloves all the time?
Because it's not just an airborne virus, T-Roy.
Yeah, it is.
You can get it off of Amazon boxes.
No, you can't.
Oh, is there a reason why he wears masks? Does he have like a skin disease on his hands? And that's on me being a joke. I'm asking you a question.
On his gloves? You mean?
I don't know. I don't know why he wears them. I remember. I mean, I don't completely understand everything Dusty does. Like
neither does Dusty.
Before game three, when they had the Hammers kids out there throwing out the first pitch, like as soon as the kid threw the ball, he's not a kid obviously. As soon as the guy threw the ball, Dusty like ran out and hugged them all and shook all their hands. I was like, well, if you're so worried about COVID, why are you running out on the field hugging people who you're not in your circle?
It's a great question.
MC Hammer's kids?
No, Hammer and Hank Aaron.
No.
Oh.
I
haven't been watching.
He's gonna have it on the background though. Everybody.
I just thought. Well, I figured from his time in San Fran, he was friends with MC Hammer.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
That's Oakland. It's all right.
I mean, it makes sense, right? No,
Yeah,
all right.
I don't know what it'll be interesting what they do. Like you said, the bullpens. It'll be one of the later ones. I want to say over, but we said that if the Astros win, they're gonna win by 5 or more.
Yep.
And if the Braves win, it's gonna be a close game, a lower scoring. Even though they can, I mean, the Braves can obviously hit, but all the games they've won in the past 10 have been. None of them have been higher than 4 runs or more, and the Astros majority of the time they won. Yeah, so I'm excited for the game though. I'm glad to have it on, and there's not any other noise to any other sporting event to really take away the focus of it. Yeah. Anything else, Bud? Ivana?
No.
The rumor. What'd you think?
The second episode was fine. I mean, I guess I don't know what the. Am I buying the rumor?
Yeah.
I had told Jay this last week. I had heard of this story, maybe not the Costner part of it, but I had heard a story about once Cal Ripken was on his way to the park and forgot something and turned around and went home and found his wife and ended up, wasn't going to make it. Also, another thing is there is a story here, rumor, that when Kevin Costner shot Field of Dreams, he stayed in my neighbor's house who lives in my backyard. I'm not sure how true that is either. And may or may not have had relations with his wife.
Maybe they were.
But I'm not sure if any of that's true either.
It's Kevin Costner.
Nobody's wife is saved around Kevin Costner.
Nobody's wife.
Back in '87, man, you were probably
He walks into the bar, is whooping.
Yeah, back in '87, dudes were like, "Yeah, Kevin Costner,
go ahead,
bang my wife."
Yeah, can you sign this?
Yeah, sign my headboard.
Yeah.
He's still
getting
punched on the way
I think
out.
they wanted you. I think they were trying to take the shine off of Costner and Ripken in the second episode. Like, they're thought of as these everymen, but really, Cal Ripken has a koi pond the size of an Olympic swimming pool at his house.
Okay, that part I get, but don't you think they're trying to build it up for the average person who wasn't there in 1995 or wasn't there? It's for the listener who wasn't there during Bull Durham or Field of Dreams or anything else to be like, here's why all the men could relate to them, blah, blah, blah. This is why he was a hero type of thing?
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, I mean, Kevin Costner kind of is how they kind of phrased it, like, they feel they're attainable. It's attainable to be an actor like Kevin Costner, He's not a super serious guy. He just kind of takes he's that fun guy from Bull Durham, or he's that, this, that. And Cal Ripken, he's just a regular baseball player, but he just showed up to work every day. That's what made him special, was that he went to work every day. Well, no, Cal Ripken has 3,000 hits and 500 home runs and
a hell of a third
completely
baseman.
changed the position of shortstop.
True, yeah.
For years, there was never a shortstop that was ever over 5'10", and you got this big dude out there. Every shortstop batted eighth forever until Ripken, and now look at him. Carlos Correa is a giant.
Yeah.
And Alex Rodriguez was a big guy. Even Jeter and Nomar were pretty decent sized dudes. I mean, the days of Ozzie Smith are over. The defensive first shortstop is kind of dead. But I think that's what I agree with you. That's what they're trying to do. But then all of a sudden, at the end, they were just like, no, you got to remember, we all thought, he's Cal Ripken's our guy. But Cal Ripken still lived in a gated house on the outside of town with a fence and everything that apparently Kevin Costner drove to in June and jumped over.
Yeah, June or July.
I don't think if he did, he didn't jump over. He knew the code.
Yeah.
He knew the code. He got buzzed in, if you know what I mean.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The difference between the guys who are doing the investigation, the podcast, and to me is it would not do anything tarnish the legacy of the streak at all for me whatsoever. I really, honestly.
Nope.
I think there's got to be somewhere along the line that something else happened. Like he ate he did something really, really dumb, like ate an egg salad sandwich out of the vending machine one time. And this could have been in early 90s before the streak was even broken, and he got sick, and they were like, we're canceling this game somehow. All of a sudden the sprinklers went off.
You can't say that. Apparently, foodborne illnesses don't happen. Ask Jordan.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if something else happened like this or anything. Like, it doesn't take away the streak from me. The way that they kind of portray it, like, well, it's the legacy of the streak. If we prove this right, it's the legacy of the streak. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, guys, we need to change this.
The streak was 2 years past where it needed to be. It's fine.
Yeah.
He already broke the record.
Yeah, because that's 21-31 that they allude to, and it was 26-52 what he did.
If the thing happened, what if the power really did go out?
Mm-hmm.
You would have to assume for them to shut the power down, like
just one light switch in the
they didn't walk over to the
no, they cut it with the hedge clippers.
No, they didn't.
That's the story. Yeah,
that's a brave.
That's killing you.
Yeah, that's a brave.
You
guy.
cut that with hedge clipper.
No.
It's a square D box.
Or
I guarantee
chainsaw
it.
or whatever else. I don't know.
It's a big giant square D with Musco lighting on the end of it.
You got
because that's all Musco lighting, and it's a big thing you pull down and shut it off. You didn't cut that with no hedge trimmers. If you did, you were fried. You were a French fried pickle.
You're a squirrel laying upside down.
Oh, yeah. You were like one of those Indian dudes when they're riding on top of the trains.
Download the app. Who knows? You'll listen. You'll let me know.
I was all in until that point right there. I'm like, wait.
I don't know what they cut it with. That's what they're saying. Some say hedge clipper. Some say maybe they're saying. Some say chainsaw.
Did they really say this on the show?
Yes, didn't they? Yeah.
The rumor, the one lady they interviewed, she said her dad told her it was hedge clippers. The other guy, one of the other people brought up that it was like the scene from Die Hard that one of like the blonde European twins went down there with the chainsaw. And
I was just going to bring that up. See, that's not real either, and then that's what it would look like. You can't cut that with a chainsaw and think you're going to live
forever.
Chain is not made of rubber.
Yeah.
The handle is though.
Is it?
So is your shoes, but you're going to blow your toes out.
How many chainsaws you got, Foster? All of a sudden, Foster's a chainsaw.
Way too much logic. You're trying to use logic and conspiracy theory. There's no room for this.
Hey, I was all in until this. Now
Jay watches Lee on Alex Jones one time, and now all of a sudden,
oh no, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that.
Oh man,
I'm just
I
all
don't
in.
know.
I think it's great.
I mean, Adrian, have you listened to this thing?
No, I haven't listened to it, but I'm all here for it.
You're all in for it.
Yeah.
Jay's the only one to listen to this.
He's
thing,
raised it too. Yeah,
I listened to the first one. I didn't listen to the second one.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen.
I'm not the only naysayer here, right?
I was all in until this power cutting.
Adrian, I think it's true.
I think it's true. I want it to be true.
I want it to be true.
I want them to recant everything they said and say that they just killed the power. They didn't cut it with a chainsaw, and they didn't cut it with.
Well,
I mean, they could have also it probably didn't cut like the big for the entire stadium, but they might have cut something.
Even 220, you're going to put yourself on your butt.
Hey.
Jason, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
Either or. I'm not mad at Kevin Costner, and I'm not mad at Cal Ripken or anything else. But Cal Ripken,
what'd Cal do?
No, because he says, hey, you're gonna have to cut the power or whatever else. But you don't leave your wife in the box with Kevin Costner.
No, that's
you don't
his
leave
mistake.
your wife in the box with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You don't leave your wife in the box with Tom Cruise. We can keep going.
There's a couple things.
Oh, you can leave your wife in the box with Tom Cruise. You'd be just fine.
You
You don't leave your teenage son in the box with Tom Cruise.
Jeepers.
What? I'm just saying, dude. Guy's a
And if
creepo.
you're a weenie little actor, you don't sleep with a professional athlete's wife because he's going to come home and beat the absolute crap out of you.
That's true, too. That's true.
Unless you're fast.
There's got to be a reason Costner took a year off of making movies in '98. His face is probably still bruised.
He had to get a nose job.
Well, you know Brad Pitt. Him and Robin Givens and Mike Tyson came home. You heard that story? I heard.
No, I would like to do a podcast on this now.
What are you
Mike
talking
Tyson
about?
tells it on his
On his
comedy
radio,
show.
yeah.
Oh.
He goes, Brad was a little scared. Little. He would have broke Brad Pitt in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
Fight Club this. Wasn't Fight Club yet, but either way.
Easer Ace, who you got tonight?
I'll stick. I still think the Braves. I mean, the fact that they survived, was it Game 3? Yeah, when they won Game 3, I was like, when they won Game 4, I was like, the Braves have it because because Game 3 was a no-hitter. I thought if the Braves would have lost Game 3 at the no-hitter, I thought they would have lost. But the fact that the Astros should have probably scored 7-8 runs in that Game 4, and they just couldn't break through, and the Braves came back, that was the back-to-back home run game. But yeah, when they came through there, I was like, okay, this was the Braves series just because they are, they've weathered the adversity. They won the game that they weren't supposed to win.
Yeah, and it's a good story. They didn't have above 500 till game 111 of the season. And I really hope the Braves win either tonight or whatever, or Game 7, so T-Roy will go back on Twitter so he can go at Freddie Freeman and tell him how he's been a fan of his for such a long time.
We'll never go back on Twitter. I'll find him on iFunny, though.
Okay.
Maybe I'll write him a snail mail letter.
Thanks for the phone call, Ivana.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Stick around. We're going to talk about some Game 6s here quick before we take a break, and then we're going to do the power rankings. So just keep listening to us, all right, bud?
All right, will do.
All
Sounds good. See you guys.
Yep. Okay, pulled up MLB best Game 6 of all time World Series. Some of them I don't think we'll remember. T-Roy might have a few, but you want me to go from first to 10 or 10 to first?
10 to first.
All right, number 10, according to Major League Baseball history, October 9th, 1956, Dodgers versus Yankees. Dodgers 1, Yankees 0.
Don't remember that one.
That was a pitching battle, if I remember.
Yeah, there you go.
Not a lot of offense.
Yeah. That forced a Game 7. Yankees ended up winning that Game 7, 1-9-0. October 26th, 1985, T-Roy.
Well, that would have been between Billy Buckner's legs, right?
No, 1985, Royals 2, Cardinals 1.
Oh, that would have been the Don Denkinger call.
From?
Waterloo, Iowa.
He is from Waterloo, Iowa. Didn't you know his daughter?
She was in high school with me. She was very pretty.
Yeah, this is known as the Don Denkinger game. It was Danny Cox of the Cardinals and Lee Brandt of the Royals. Went back and forth for 7 innings. They did not make a pitching change. Either one of them for 7 innings.
No way.
Yep. Weird, huh? And so how does it work here? Todd Worrell came in to try to close. Do you know this as a Cardinal fan, the history of this game?
A little bit.
Okay. So Todd Worrell comes out in the 9th to try to close out the game. Dickinger, the first base umpire, called Kansas City's Jorge Orta safe at first on a ground ball, despite video replay clearly showing he was out. Pinch hitter Dane Iorg would later deliver a bases loaded single to score 2 runs and deliver a controversial walk-off win for the Royals, who would complete their comeback from a 3-1 series deficit with an 11-0 win the next evening. 1971, number 8 is 1971, Orioles 3, Pirates 2.
Okay.
Number 7, 1945, Cubs versus the Tigers. Cubs win 8-7. Okay. This is one that gets lost in my memory. They had 5 tied. October 24th, 1992, Blue Jays 4, Braves 3. Not nearly as famous as Joe Carter's walk-off home run in Game 6 that he had, but the Blue Jays led 2-1 in the bottom of the 9th when Braves host Nixon hit a game-tying RBI single, sent it extras. Dave Winfield, who was 40 years old, knocked a 2-out double in the top of the 11th to bring home the 2 runs for the Blue Jays. The other one at 5, October 26, 1991, Braves and Braves 4, Twins 4,
Minnesota
Braves 3.
Twins.
Yeah. This is before Jack Morris does his extra inning duel in the World Series, and they win Game 7.
Was that Kirby Puckett's catch at the wall or
Yeah,
whatever?
that
Yeah.
was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, yeah.
Again, 1935, tied for third. Tigers 4, Cubs 3. 1935, right. October 21st, 1975. This is the one that's tied for 3 also. Red Sox 7, Red 6.
Yes.
Made famous in Good Will Hunting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Son of a bee, stole my line. Got to go see about a girl. Then, October 25th, 1986, Mets 6, Red Sox 5. Yep. And then, just for you, Adam.
Yes, sir.
Number 1, October 27th, 2011. Cardinals 10, Rangers 9. Texas took a 7-5 lead into the bottom of the 9th and had St. Louis down to its last strike before David Freese Game-tying triple over the head of right fielder Nelson Cruz.
Drunk. That's all I remember.
Drunk.
Josh Hamilton, 2-run homer in the 10th, put the Rangers back in front, but the Cardinals again survived being down to their last strike as Lance Berkman knotted things up on an RBI single. Freeze then played hero once more with a walk-off homer in the 11th, and St. Louis took Game 7 the next night. I was bowling during this game.
Were you?
Yep. One of the few times I ever remember bowling.
There you go.
I do remember watching it there. So those are Game 6. So according to Major League Baseball history, the best Game 6s of all time. I don't like reading some of that and then seeing how Game 7 was not as epic coming back.
Right.
I mean, I know the Twins Braves, or if you had like Twins Cardinals or whatever else, and I don't know why why the Game 6 of the Twins Cardinals and we'll see you tomorrow night call, or is that the one he did? No, that was the one where he says and we'll see you tomorrow night. He made the catch and then he turned around and he hit the walk off that. That's the we'll see you tomorrow night call by Jack Buck. So all right. Let's take a break here, ESPN 1170 AM, and then we'll do our power rankings for the NFL when we get back.
This is Len Casper, the voice of the Chicago White Sox. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 1170.
Speak about the unspeakable with Limitless Mail and Stop ED. November is National Impotency Awareness Month. If you're not able to maintain an erection, you're not alone. The embarrassment associated with ED can stop a man from getting help. Limitless Mail has proven results and intends to remove the stigma associated with ED. We encourage you to make a complimentary consult with the men's ED experts. Don't let impotency get you down. Schedule online at limitlessmail.com.
Finding the right Medicare plan may feel impossible, but now it's anything but. With Walgreens Find RX coverage tool, you can compare plans online, over the phone, or in person, making Medicare easier than ever. Easier than picking which true crime doc to watch, figuring out that Wi-Fi password, or putting the duvet cover back on. So if you can do those things, with Find RX coverage, you can definitely Medicare. Find the plan that's right for you by visiting walgreens.com/Medicare.
Dell Technologies' biggest business sale of the year has arrived. Step up your vision with top tech up to 45% off during their early access Black Friday event. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Plus, get incredible savings on Windows 11 PCs, along with servers, monitors, and docks, all with free shipping. There's also special financing with Dell Business Credit. Get started by contacting your Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Shante, can you sweep that, please?
Mina's salon business is growing faster than she can keep up with. She needs a new shop manager before her bookings go out of style.
Curtain bangs and balayage would look so good on you. Just hang on one second. Can you please answer that?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Renewal by Anderson.
I'm Sam Hare with Renewal by Anderson. Black Friday is upon us, and that means big savings at Renewal by Anderson. $350 off every window and $900 off every patio door. And you don't even have to wait till Black Friday to get the savings. Our custom Fibrex windows are twice as strong as vinyl, and our patio doors come in a variety of styles and colors to fit every home. And with our certified master installation and industry's best warranty, we've got the deal for you. $350 off every window, $900 off of every patio door, and special financing options to make buying easy. No money down, no interest, and no payments for 24 months. That's 2 years. Black Friday savings start now. Contact us at renewalbyanderson.com or visit us at our showroom on 35th and Davenport.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
I'm Omar Reese with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Patrick Mahomes threw for 275 yards and a touchdown as the Chiefs, who had to overcome 2 turnovers and 12 penalties, beat the Giants 20-17 on Monday night. Elsewhere, the Broncos have agreed to trade Von Miller to the Rams. LA sending a 2nd and 3rd round pick in return for the 8-time Pro Bowl linebacker. NFL rushing leader Derrick Henry will have surgery on his injured right foot. Head coach Mike Vrabel didn't offer a timeline for a return, but did say there's absolutely a chance Henry plays again this season. The Titans signed Adrian Peterson to the practice squad. Sean Payton confirming that Jameis Winston tore the ACL in his left knee. Payton declined to name Taysom Hill or Trevor Siemian the starter, but insisted the team won't bring in a new quarterback. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Want to learn a new language so it will actually stick? Try Babbel. Practice real-life conversations in the Babbel app.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Get personalized help in Babbel's live online classes.
Classes are limited to 6 people, so everyone can get the help they need.
Review words and phrases with fun games, or dive into the culture with short videos. Whatever your learning style, Babbel gives you the tools you need. Babbel, more ways to learn. Now try Babbel free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Wait a minute. I've heard that before. That's the note Jeremy wrote to me in my yearbook in the 6th grade. How'd you even know that?
Because it's from Geico.
Yeah, wait, here it is. Dear Luke, have a great summer. P.S. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. Love, Jeremy.
Geico's had this tagline for years, because we help save people money.
So wait, you're saying Jeremy copied you? Yeah, that actually does sound like something the J-Man would do.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
The best way to spend your weekend is not doing chores. It's with sports. The games you need every weekend are on your sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Well, Adam gave us some news in the break that game day is for the first time, Adam?
Yes, for the first time.
Game day on Saturday will be at the University of Cincinnati. Cincinnati will be hosting Tulsa. We're assuming Cincinnati probably will be the number 2 in the college football playoff. Apparently, they're going to announce all 25 tonight.
Yeah.
It's just to prolong it and
try to get some buzz.
Eyes on them before they everyone turns over to Fox and watches the World Series game. We're trying to see who's going to pick. Who will be the celebrity guest. I don't think it's going to be former President Taft. Even though he was the most obese president in United States history. It's not going to happen.
Oscar Robertson.
That Oscar Robertson's there. Is he still alive? No one's going to think. I'm sorry. There's going to be some people on there that no one's going to know. Like Kenyon Martin isn't going to be someone that everyone's like, oh my goodness, Kenyon Martin's back or whatever else. Kelsey would be a good one, but he's got a game the next day. So, is there anybody else that's there? That are famous alumni? Who would be a famous guy that loves Cincinnati sports? That's the other thing.
Pete Rose.
Ooh, there you go.
He comes out and they're like, he's like, I'm not picking the winner. I'm giving you the over. I'm giving you the first half. I'm giving you the spread. You're not just keeping me to just one pick, folks.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
You've got me before. You're not going to get me again.
Yeah. I just wish there was I don't know. Who is synonymous with Cincinnati?
Joey Votto. He doesn't seem like he'd be any fun, though.
Andy from the Natty.
Yeah, Andy for the Natty would be going. Votto would be Votto would
Venus
probably be
Flytrap.
That's what I said. Get
Dr. Johnny Fever Venus Flytrap.
Yeah, is Johnny Fever there? Is Venus Flytrap there?
How about that dude that slept on his roof?
Yeah, that guy, we had
Chad
him on.
Ochocinco.
Not bad. Venus Flytrap's still around because he's in a show, Swagger. He's on it.
Oh, is he?
He's just he makes a scene as a barber. Yeah, I don't know who the celebrity guest picker is going to be.
Yeah.
And is there anyone from Tulsa that they fly in for this? Because it's not normally how they do that. You know who it's going to be? I got it. I'm not kidding you. I got it. Jerry Springer.
Why?
He was the mayor of Cincinnati. He went on and had a show, whatever else. It's one of those things that people can chant, Jerry, Jerry,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Would be some good TV.
It's Jerry.
Did he bring Steve?
I don't know. They still, he has his own show, doesn't he?
There's got to be a fight.
Yeah, between
Yeah.
the mascots or whatever else.
And then Corso and him can just talk about Matlock and what they watched last night.
Exactly. I know. I know it doesn't translate, but it does
That's
translate.
an underrated show, man.
I think it's Jerry. I think Jerry Springer's a good call.
That's a good call.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
I
not the
mean, I
only-
know like
Definitely get the crowd going.
how many like outside of kids. I mean, yeah, the college kids or whatever. But how many like 20-year-olds are really paying attention to game day the way we used to, or whatever else? And
nobody.
I don't really watch game day anymore unless it is in Iowa City or Ames or I was focused on it or whatever else. Anyway, Tira, how'd you feel about the Iowa this past weekend?
I think there's a lot of people's thought.
Just very disappointing.
So what's
I
Thanksgiving?
don't want to.
gonna be
I
like?
don't want to talk bad about the Iowa, but they're just. I don't know. I don't understand.
It's Thanksgiving uncomfortable.
It's like Jekyll and Hyde, man. It's insane to me. I mean, Wisconsin's not even a good team, so now you got to question how are they going to do the rest of the season. I mean, they could lose out the way they looked. So, it's unbelievable to me. So anyway, that's what it is.
It is what it is.
Wear your black and gold. They'll probably end up in the Outback Bowl.
Probably. I think that whole 5-year window thing's over, that they can go back now. All right, boys. Power rankings. You guys debate them.
I worked on this for like 3 whole minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Same.
Adrian, Adam,
Yes.
break it down with them. I'll give you guys what ESPN, their panel of 80 celebrities, writers, editors, what they come up with.
Well, they're all idiots. We got Troy.
They sure are.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
All right. Power rankings going into week 9. Where we at?
Yeah, week 9. I have number 1, the L.A. Rams, Jay, your team.
Can't argue that.
Waiting for the Jay Foster curse to hit, though.
It happened to Burrow.
What's ESPN say?
Adrian, what do you have?
I have the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, it kind of looks like he's the guy to beat right now. And like you said earlier, he's got to be the front runner, in my opinion, for the MVP.
Adam, do you have anyone you like the Rams there, too?
I like the Rams there, too.
ESPN says it's the Green Bay Packers.
Adrian was reading Green Bay, or reading ESPN.
I did not. I did not pull up anything.
I'm just teasing.
By the way, I'll just throw this out there, ESPN.com. You guys can go read this for yourself, but I'll just throw it out there for you guys. They added, whoever the beat writer was that they talked to, the biggest weakness for each team going forward. So something to look at.
That's fun.
And that is, for the Packers, it's the red zone. Last season, they were one of the best teams on both sides of the ball in the red zone. And this year, not so much.
Defensive-wise,
yeah,
yeah.
they're 30th at 78.3%. So they had an awful run of 15 straight touchdowns that allowed opponents when they were in the red zone. So
I don't know. I understand how you can allow that many points in the red zone when you're cutting the field in a quarter. Like you guys are drop back. You got the out of bounds line as an extra defender. Like, how is that possible to score that much?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what the standout is on defense for the Packers, but unless it's like, well, we'll just give the ball back to Aaron. So
Well, they lost Jair Alexander, so that's huge.
The other thing I noticed too is, do you guys feel like there's a lot more trick plays in the red zone this year than there's ever been? There's been a lot more.
Seems like
Philly
there
specials.
is, but it seems like there is. But then I'm like, they keep in my brain like basically through like maybe Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon after show, where I'm like, and then next week I wouldn't be like, oh, I remember that, because the last one I'm going to remember is Mike F. and White catching his for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah,
he's down with that name.
Yeah, I'm down with it. I really like saying. I'd rather say when that white quarterback caught
when that white quarterback's taking snaps,
and then be like, what? What are we in trouble for?
Can't get in trouble for that one.
Yeah.
His name's White.
I think. Right.
Yep.
All right. At 2, I have the Dallas Cowboys.
I got Green Bay there.
And that's where I put the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay.
Which was kind of hard. I thought the Arizona could have been, there, but I think with what LA did with Von Miller really helps that defense.
Yeah, but you also
What's
got
ESPN got?
They have the Arizona Cardinals.
See, I don't know about that. Them losing to a beat-up Green Bay team, they should have maybe not took it to them, but they should have came out with a win on that.
And you're
And
right.
Green Bay should have won by more if they could have put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah. They had a
And
lot of opportunity to do
everything you're saying, they're saying their Achilles heel is the run defense. Packers ran for 151 yards, and any team that can eat the clock against them is going to be better off because of this. So, a little keep away, which is what you were saying going into the game,
Yeah.
Adam. All right. Number 3.
Green Bay.
Okay. Adrian?
I have Arizona.
Okay.
As do I.
So we're all kind of around. They have the Los Angeles Rams. Their Achilles heel is special teams. They just don't know who's going to be the people returning the balls or anything like that. I did not even know that Jake Funk got an ACL injury or a season-ending injury. But and also in week 7, the Lions got an onside kick. So and 2 fake punts were converted into first downs against Los Angeles Rams. So maybe look out for what was his name? Taylor. What's the Bears coach who just got the win? Who's the special teams coach?
Conan O'Brien.
Man.
Yeah,
he didn't get the
Goodell.
win. They lost.
Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, who came out and coached, and he looked really, really good and excited. By the way, I did mention, I saw that yesterday, and I forgot to mention the year you did that. Yeah,
I did that.
Yeah, you got the round. Yeah,
I've been doing it all day.
good. Yeah,
From now on, anything that's exciting.
that's what I need to do
wild.
too. Yeah, yeah. My dog came back when I whistled.
Pulled a hammy. What
Yeah.
hurt you in today? I pulled a hammy.
All right, so you guys are all in the top 3, all the same, right?
No.
Yeah.
No,
No,
because
he's
you had the
got Dallas,
Cowboys.
yeah.
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 All right, number 4.
Arizona.
Homer.
Number 4, you have Arizona.
I got the Cowboys.
Okay.
I have the Cowboys.
I just didn't know what's going on with Dak, what they were going to do. That's why I got him at 4.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I probably would have had him at 3 if Dak would have played last week.
They have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No, they're idiots.
Yeah, I don't agree with this either.
You can make arguments for it.
The Achilles heel for them are penalties. So they've got 59 penalties this season, and they're one shy of the league high of 60. The Eagles have the highest, but their yards are the most in the league. And they got penalized 11 times for 99 yards in their loss on Sunday. At number 5,
Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Buffalo.
okay, they have the Dallas Cowboys. Finally, their Achilles heel, according to Todd Archer, is big plays allowed. Kind of like on Sunday against Minnesota. What was that, a 76-yard pass or score or 76-yard drive right away? I can't remember which one, but it was a big pass. And then and when the Vikings scored, went up 7-0. Then they did basically nothing the rest of the game.
I don't know if I don't remember seeing that.
You were too busy hanging out in the bush, scaring kids.
No, I watched that game.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
I'm sure you watched it. Number 6.
Buffalo.
Tampa Bay.
They have Buffalo. So now we've got consistent there, right?
Yeah.
They've got their Achilles heel special teams that it's inconsistent.
Top 6 are all the same, and by the way, 5 of the top 6 are in the NFC.
Yep.
Yep.
I would
Well,
say
the NFC is just incredible.
That's why I mean I went and looked at. I wanted to double check on all to make sure I had all the records right in my head, and I'm looking at it, and that's right.
And those are the
top.
Those are pretty much the only teams I really consider Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, now that Tennessee's lost Derrick Henry.
Yeah, no.
So I did look at this earlier, all right? And I was like, okay, the NFC, and if you see that drop off after 5 and 6, New Orleans Saints, I don't know where they're at, where we gauge them at. But Packers right now, if we're having Packers the 1 seed, Cardinals 2, Cowboys 3, Buccaneers 4, Rams would be in there at a 5. You can flip out them in Arizona. That'll work themselves out. Saints would be the 6th seed at 5 and 2. Then just listen to the next 4 or 5 teams could all sneak in at the 7. Now, which one do you think is most likely? Carolina Panthers would there be right now at 4 and 4.
No.
Vikings are 3 and 4.
Maybe.
No.
San Francisco 49ers 3 and 4.
Maybe.
Atlanta Falcons 3 and 4.
No.
Isn't that so weird though? One of those are going to get in there right now. You don't feel comfortable about anyone. I know it's the 7 or whatever else, and somebody's got to get in. There's always a bad team that gets in, but
That's the Bear spot.
that's what I'm saying. I didn't want to do it, Adrian, but yeah, there's Even the 6, like Saints could crumble at any moment because
Yes.
Taysom Hill is anything, and then
And they came out and said they're not going to go out and look for another guy. They're going to stick with what they got.
no Phillip Rivers.
Nope. They Sean
No
Payton
Cam
came
Newton.
out. He came out saying we're good.
Go get Drew. Put him back on.
Speed dial
Put him
one.
back on.
I don't understand why not even make the phone call to Phillip Rivers when he came out. He said he's staying in shape, but he would rather come back
What
to
kind
a
of
team
shape
that
is
would
that,
work.
though?
He was working out. He said he wasn't in right now week 1 shape or anything, but he said if after the season was over at the high school he's coaching in Alabama, he'd be willing to do it if the situation was right. And the situation's right. They got one of the best pass catching running backs in the league. Defense is good.
Michael
Play
Thomas coming
indoors.
back.
Michael Thomas is coming back at some point. Maybe he's happy with who they get. I don't know. I don't know why you don't make the phone call. But they don't have to trade for him. There's not a deadline when you're signing someone like that. Number 7.
Vegas Raiders.
I have Baltimore.
I like where your head's at on the Raiders. Right now they would be the 2 seed if it happened. Adam?
I had Cincinnati.
Okay. They have the Ravens as well. This can't be a good Achilles heel, according to beat writer Jameson Hensley. If your Achilles heel is tackling.
that is a bad Achilles heel.
Yeah.
It's important in the NFL. I'm sorry. Actually, it goes all the way down to Pop
Pee-wee,
Warner.
yeah.
That it's important to tackle. You know when they don't tackle? When it's Rock Island versus Springfield.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yeah.
Is it your turn?
Yeah. So, yeah, they have that at 7. What do you guys have at 8?
I have Baltimore at 8.
Yeah, I got Baltimore at 8.
Tennessee.
They have Tennessee as well.
Achilles heel, no more Derrick Henry.
That's what I would say. Running game, right?
Yeah.
Listen to this, something. McCutcheons, whatever the heck the guy is going to be replacing.
Adrian Peterson.
No, it'll be this McKidd.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know what's
McKissick?
McKidd. It's something. It's a McSomething. McRib.
It's back.
Anyway.
That's back. Yeah, good
Yep.
call. Good plug. Yeah.
But he's they owe me.
Because McDonald's is a big.
But he seemed, from what I watched that game from front to back on Sunday, and he was in there in some plays. You know, he's the guy that gives Henry the breathers. He's okay.
He gives the breathers, and that's why.
But I'm saying he's okay.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, can he?
No.
I just don't think you can't.
That's his job.
Don't
is to
replace
give
Derrick
breathers.
Henry, man.
You don't, but they can't just completely fall off here.
Right. It's not like that's it. The guy's not any good. I mean, they're
Right.
going to be okay.
There'll be
It's
new
just
game plans. There'll be different ways to
it'll
go
be
about
interesting
games.
to see what happens. I like Vrabel as a coach.
I love him as a head coach.
I like that team for a lot of reasons.
They're in a good position to figure it out too with time. With they're already leading the division.
Oh yeah, that was a huge victory
huge win
over
the Colts.
Indy. So yeah, I mean, I think they still make the playoffs. I just don't know. That's a wait and see for me.
Yeah.
I dropped Tannehill in fantasy because he's gonna be a lot easier to defend now, right?
Right.
You remember when Vrabel made it really far in the Coaches Royal Rumble?
Yes.
Yeah.
He really scared me at one point. He was so mad at his teaming in that Colts game when they were behind, and when he won, he looked good. He was staring at all of them, and I was like, "Oh my God, he's gonna fight all 11 guys."
He didn't win the Royal Rumble?
No, Tomlin did.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Who
Tomlin lost against Riverboat.
Oh yeah, Riverboat Ron came in. Yeah, Ron Rivera. He's tricky. Yeah, the chair was involved.
I'm sorry. I'll take Vrabel in the fight.
Not when chairs get involved and everything else.
Oh,
in
we had
wrestling.
what's his
the
name
only other
as a
coach,
ref?
that coach from
Yeah,
Detroit.
ref came in.
That coach from Detroit would be good to
brought
have on
in
your
a
back.
line. There were some shenanigans that
I'm
happened.
just saying.
He made a look though that I was watching the game and I'm like,
that's when he became like my new favorite coach. I was like, oh my God, he's gonna sacrifice someone in the locker room.
Yeah. 9. Yeah. I just didn't know.
I
if
have
do that
Tennessee
one.
at 9.
That's where I have Tennessee.
That's where I have Vegas.
Look at that.
I don't.
What
like
do they
this one.
have?
The Cincinnati Bengals. Is this a matter of like they're not getting enough traction, web hit clicks in Cincinnati?
It has to be
to do this.
Because I had them higher.
I got Cincy next, so I have Cincy at 10.
Are you judging Cincy by this last game? Because if you are, that's kind of ridiculous.
I'm just looking at the Saints at 5-2, or the Raiders are number 2, and they haven't put them yet. Number 2 in the AFC. Well, yeah, it's a bad sandwich game for them because I think they have they went back to back.
Baltimore.
So Yeah, they have Baltimore, and then they have Cleveland. In between, they had the Jets, and they went at the Jets. So it is a bad sandwich game for them. But you still have the Saints, who just beat the Buccaneers, and you have the Raiders, who are right now currently the number 2 seed. This is a power rankings of Week 9. It's not like where you think it's going to end at. Now, if you look at this is a concern. Their Achilles heel is offensive inconsistency. They rank 31st in plays per drive and have the second highest 3-and-out percentage in the league.
I would not have guessed that.
No, that's the thing. It's puts way too much pressure on the defense, and when come December, that's going to be hurtful. Not that I think the Bengals are going to be in the AFC Championship, but
kind of listen to this too. They lost to the Bears, right?
Mhm.
Lose to the Bears. You almost lose to the Jaguars on Thursday Night Football.
Yep.
Only win by 3. Yeah, you went to overtime with the Packers, and then you just lost to the Jets. Anybody talking about Bears, Jaguars, or Jets being anywhere close to this conversation?
Well, I think they play up to the competition is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Bears have got some. I mean, they've got to win against the Bengals. Got to win against the Raiders.
The Vikings as well too. The Vikings, they almost beat them. They went to overtime.
Yeah.
A couple missed field goals, different way.
All right, who you got?
They could be sitting at 3 and 5.
Yeah.
Who you got? Who you got at 10?
I had Cincy.
I got Vegas.
Okay.
And I'm sitting on Cincy.
They have the New Orleans Saints here.
All right.
Now their big deal is the Achilles heel, according to Mike Triplett, beat writer for them, that it's their passing game. There you go. That's the glare. You can't give that to the Tennessee Titans, their running game,
Yeah.
but you can give
them
the
passing.
obvious to the Saints. At 11.
Chargers.
Yep.
The New England Patriots.
Wow.
Ooh.
They've got the Las Vegas Raiders. The heel that they have there is their offensive line is constantly reshuffled. There's no consistency. Number 12.
New Orleans.
Okay.
Chargers.
I had the Chargers too.
They have the Chargers as well. Their Achilles heel is the lack of consistency on offense. We need to look more into who the offensive coordinator is there. Can't blame everything on first-year coach Brandon Staley for that. Did you guys go any further? Did you go all the
I
way
got
to 15?
2 more.
Okay. At 13.
14, you mean?
Right?
Yeah, this
No,
is
that was 12. 13.
All right, I only went to, I
This is
got 2
13.
more. All right,
Okay.
Indy.
Okay.
This is where I have New Orleans.
This is where I got New England.
They have New England as well. They say their Achilles heel is the cornerback position. And then at 14?
I have New England.
I got New Orleans.
Kansas City.
Okay.
Ooh, man. What's your argument with Kansas City that high?
They got to be able to figure it out.
You think they're going to right the ship?
Eventually, I feel like they're just going to figure it out. I'm going to keep them about right there. And I don't feel like that's too high. I just feel like there's so many question marks with every team right here at this moment. That Kansas City's got to be the best one.
I think all of the teams, who do they have, first of all?
They had the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And there you go. Every team that just got named by everybody.
Yeah.
After you got
You're
past
going to go
Buffalo.
4 and 4,
right?
4 and 3 all around there.
It's all
the same
Just
team.
It's all what you were saying about Cincinnati. They could have won this one, or they could have lost this one. They could all either be a lot better than they are, or they could be a lot worse than they are.
It's
because
a lot like...
this is the parity part of the league.
Yep.
And I'm with you. This is like reaching into that bowl at Halloween candy and like, oh, I got a Twix instead of a Reese's
Snickers,
peanut butter
yeah.
cup. And you're like, that's okay. If the only thing is every once in a while, if they throw something in there that's real stinky, like I don't know, Denver Broncos, and you're like, wow,
Like
I got the York peppermint patty. Now I'm upset.
See, I like York peppermint.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't.
I like candy corn though.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
Before we do the last commercials and do everything else. There was some on Facebook that's pointed out to me. 2 minutes left in the game, in an NFL game. You got to do a game-winning drive, touchdown. Who are you picking your quarterback?
Tom Brady.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, all fair. My answer was Tom Brady, no question. Who are you picking in the past that's not current? Who is retired? 2 minutes left.
Roger Starbuck.
Okay.
Or no, wait. I'd go the Snake.
Kenny Staley?
Yeah. Let's gun it down the field. He's going to make something happen, and he's going to be drunk when he did it.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning.
Okay. No Joe Montana?
No.
Is the legacy of Joe Montana hyped?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Joe
No,
Namath.
It's the Cincinnati Super Bowl, but I mean, he's got the catch or whatever else. Like,
I just thought of Peyton first.
okay, I those were the first two names that I came up with, and then I'll leave you guys. We'll leave you guys with this, and it's something we can always come back to.
Tony Romo. Oh, I thought it was another.
There's a yes or no question, then you guys think about it on your drive home or whatever else. Yes or no question, then we're going to go to break and end the show. And thanks for everyone. Thanks for Israelis for calling in. Enjoy Game 6 tonight. Is, in the history of the NFL quarterback, Super Bowl era, is Ben Roethlisberger a top 10 quarterback?
That's a good question.
The history of the NFL?
The Super Bowl era.
Well, that might as well be the history. All right.
Well, I mean, you can't if you're going to bring up Sid Luckman or something like that.
All right,
it doesn't work.
Top 10 of all time since the Super Bowl.
And you can't judge him what he's doing now.
Do you have 2 rings?
Yep.
One?
One? Okay.
2 Super Bowls, though?
Been to 2.
Early in his career.
Right?
Yeah.
We still have
he
time.
Did he
You
win
wanna
2?
talk it through.
He beat the Cardinals. But then...
Didn't he win one real early? And then
He does have 2.
Yeah,
he
he's got 2. Yeah, he's got 2.
rings.
Yeah.
All right, let's just do the math.
All right.
Yeah.
It starts with Brady. So there's Tom.
I love when we do close to overtime. Yep.
You got Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not saying he's number 2 all time, but you got him.
Mm-hmm. Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
Okay.
Dan Marino.
Rogers.
Aaron. Is he better than Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
No, yeah, but Aaron Rodgers gets to be in the top 10.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
All right.
I'm telling you, you're going to get to 9, and then you're going to go,
all right.
whoa.
Brett Favre.
Yep.
Yep.
And who else did someone say?
I said Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Got him down.
Let's go there. Montana.
Montana.
We got that 1, 2, 3. There's more. Hold on.
Oh yeah, there's way more.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just start naming them. Troy
Okay.
Aikman.
Yeah, you got Aikman.
In top
10.
Yeah, he's got 3 rings.
Yeah, he's got 3
You
rings.
got
Bradshaw.
But better than Ben
You're going to look at
Roethlisberger.
those numbers
Yeah.
and go, I can't believe this.
It's a different time. Roethlisberger
Still
couldn't play,
numbers.
and it doesn't matter. The
Okay.
numbers
You
don't
can't-
count.
I can't say
When you
can't
can
play
hold
bad.
receivers, it counts, Adrian.
Yeah. You can't say
You
you can't play
can't-
back then, though. You can't.
I'm
say
just
he
saying
can't play back then. I think
he
Ben
could, but his
Roethlisberger
numbers
definitely
wouldn't be
could play.
any better than.
I don't think they
than-
could have
than-
tackled
yeah.
him back then either.
Troy Aikman had the highest completion percentage in the Super Bowl, period, in the playoffs. The only one that beat him was
Count him down, though.
Kurt Warner.
That is the one.
Yeah.
That is the comparison right there. But you have to do the Apex Warner in 5 years over Roethlisberger his career, and that's a hard thing
I'll
to
put
do.
Tony Romo over him. He doesn't have any rings.
Okay, now you're stretching a little bit.
I'm just saying. I'm putting
The
him up
Warner
there.
one is the tough one because you're taking a 5-year
Who else are
window
we
versus a
forgetting?
career.
Marino.
I did
Yeah,
say
you
Marino.
said
yeah.
Marino.
I didn't have
Yeah.
them in there. I'll cross Romo off. That's fine. Marino. Warren Moon. Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly, yeah.
You're gonna put Steve Young in there?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
You have to.
Seems like a Michael Jordan talk where he's just getting upset that you're hurting his heroes.
No,
No, they're not my heroes.
But I
I'm
mean,
just
if you
saying
look at
these
the
guys are
numbers-
good.
I'm glad you said that,
No,
though,
I
AJ,
agree, yeah.
because do you think Ben Roethlisberger suffers from that with Tom Brady being in the league?
And being surrounded by Drew Brees
Yeah.
and
does
Peyton
Peyton
Manning.
Manning.
Well, he
Yeah.
had Peyton Manning, he had
Tom.
Tom Brady, he had
Phillip
Drew
Rivers.
Brees.
Phillip Rivers, yeah.
Phillip Rivers
Rodgers
was
is still
good.
around.
Eli Manning.
Yeah.
You can argue
Yeah,
Eli
Eli's-
Manning.
Yeah, you can
Actually,
Eli.
he
You
does-
can-
does-
you can-
Eli has 2 rings too.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Does Eli not benefit that Tom Brady's in the league? Isn't it the opposite
Yes.
of that argument?
Yes, 100%, yes.
It's tough. There's so
But
many
if he
good
doesn't-
players. Listen,
Listen, the man's a
1,
Hall
2,
of
3,
Famer.
4,
There's no
5,
doubt
6,
about
7,
it.
8,
Yes.
9,
It's
10,
bad that he's
11,
getting. It's
12.
bad that he's getting older.
I just named 13 guys that you're going to have to make a really strong. And I took Romo out of that. 13 guys that you're going to make a strong argument that he's not better than. Maybe he's just as good as.
Yeah. No.
That's what I'm saying. That's 13 guys.
Well,
It's
good.
kind of like our
We'll see
power
you
rank
on
is what we
Thursday.
just did. You know, we
Yeah.
went
Right.
Tom,
We'll
Aaron,
see you on
Drew
Thursday. We'll
Brees.
answer this
But
question.
once you get past like 5,
It just kind of filters out there.
like we know for sure he's not better than Brady, Manning, Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, or Joe Montana. There's
Correct.
boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 7,
You
right?
can put
6.
Marino up there.
And
Yeah,
Marino,
yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah,
7.
yeah.
And then
Alright.
from there you
Everything
can
else
argue.
different ways.
Yeah.
The
We'll
pen has
answer,
been
we'll answer
thrown.
this question
Threw
and
the
more
pen
on
and thrown.
Thursday. Hey, good show today, guys.
See you guys.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Stay safe and sanitize, Quad Cities.